For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITE.
Eckelceder looking for Boriski in the lane, throws it over top of the defender. Nice entry pass. Boriski shot. It is up. It is in. Fouled. Count the basket. And a 10-1 lead for the Vikings. Back out on top to Hofer. They look to set a backside screen. Eckelceder gets it. Step behind the arc. Left side for three. Got it. 32-13. Biggest lead of the night for the Vikings. Back out on top here. They work it left wing to Eckelceder from 25 feet away. Got it again. Flat out feeling it. 66-27. Edco in control. For Edgewood Colesburg, a bounce-back performance after a loss to Independence last night. Impressive against North Cedar. They win by a final score of 69-35. Ingles right side to Miller. Miller in the lane, rolling right through his balls, lays it up and in. Running the half-court offense to perfection is the Vikings. Left side stagger, baseline, corner for three. Got it. Vikings go up by 23 at 45-22. Patton in the lane, goes to the left side, uses the left hand, the layup. It is up, it is in. Foul, count the basket. Vikings lead by 27 here in the fourth. The Vikings only had a 4-point lead in the first quarter, but a dominant second quarter put them up by 20. They win going away. Edco 2-0 in the season. They win by a final score of 73-36.
The best high school basketball is on KCTN.
Combine strong winds with icy conditions and you have a winter storm recipe for downed power lines and outages. Get prepared now. Put together a kit to help keep everyone safe and warm during a winter storm emergency. Have extra blankets handy and stock up on water, flashlights, non-perishable food, essential medicines, and more. Your electric cooperative cares about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency, Monona, Auto, Home Business, Crop Farm, and Life, Smithy's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, Canarcor Flood Covering in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, The Edgewood Reminder, Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, Kendrick Forest Products, buyers of standing timber, and by Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point. We begin the Chalk Talk for our girls game. We're joined by MFL MarMac girls basketball coach Brian Bugenhagen. Coach, your team 2-1 overall and in the conference. Dropped a hard-fought decision to Southwind Friday night, 38-34. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, it was a physical game. Southwind, pressed us, kind of sped us up. We had a lot of turnovers. We just never really got into a rhythm. We missed a lot of easy layups. And I think it was just their physicality with us and how they sped us up that really caused us to, not really get into our sets and play our game. So credit to Southwind, and I think it's definitely a learning experience for us, and hopefully we can come out tonight and with some energy and be ready for what Edco sends at us.
All right, now let's go through starting a lineup for your team tonight.
Yep. So our starting lineup will be Blair Winter, Olivia Driscoll, Sam Ruff, Emma Driscoll, and Cora Keener.
Some of the kids off the bench for you then.
Yep. Evelyn Fritz, Casey Pika, Chloe Schutte, and then potentially Brinley Fritz. She's gotten cleared to play, so hopefully we can get her in the game and get her some minutes tonight.
All right, yeah, some good news there. All right, let's go through Edgewood Colesburg now. What do you know about the Vikings?
Well, I think it all kind of starts with the Briska girl. She's averaging over 26 a game, 10 rebounds, 5 steals. I mean, she just has a motor. She's kind of everywhere and does a lot of different good things for Edco. And then you got that Eccles Cedar girl. She's averaging right around 11. She had 7 threes in the last game. So I'm definitely going to have to identify her. And I think they have a number of role players that kind of, definitely know their role, and they do a pretty good job of that. So we just need to identify where Briski's at and keep her off the boards and take care of the basketball.
All right, some of the other keys in the ball game for your team.
Yeah, they do press. We did do a walkthrough last night, and hopefully we're in a better spot with breaking the press. I think we have some opportunities to get some easy buckets if we do. Just second chance points, defensive rebound if we do that, and just be a little more patient in our offensive sets. I think we've rushed things at times. And being a younger team, we got freshman point guard. I think at times that as good as she is, they're used to just going and playing, and we're trying to get them in more sets and run some good passing, just to make that defensive work a little more.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you later on tonight.
All right, sounds good, Dan. Thanks.
Yes, MFL MarMac basketball coach Brian Bugenhagen on his Bulldog team. The Chalk Talk continues after this.
Central State Bank provides a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you won't deal with a branch or department. You'll deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping in to Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
Experience high-speed fiber internet through Neat's fiber optic network with speeds now available up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Luena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, and Postville. Don't forget, you no longer need to carry a phone line when you subscribe to internet in one of Neat's Freedom plans. For more information on how to upgrade your services and the best pricing, visit NEITEL.com or call today 877-638-2122. Neat, connecting you now.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender, Blooms Flowers Gifts and more in Edgewood, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland. Innovative Egg Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. And Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. We continue the Chalk Talk for our girls game. We're joined by Edco girls basketball coach Steve Putz. Coach, your team now 2-2. An impressive win on Friday night. Defeated North Cedar 69-35. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, no, it was just one of those games where we came out just control the tempo of the game right away, especially on the defense side of things. They have one really good player, that all-around player there, and our main focus on there defensively, and we held her in check to just 4 points in the game, so I was really happy with our defensive effort in that game. And then also when we can hit some shots from the outside, that helps open up things for Lily on the inside. And then the biggest thing in that game, I noticed after all said and done, between the offense and defensive rebounds, we really rebounded the ball really well that night to win the game.
All right, let's go through starting lineup for your team tonight.
Yeah, for tonight we'll have Ava Hofer, Addie Smelzer, and McKenna Hofer, and then rounding out with Rachel Eckelceder and Lily Boriski.
All right, some of the kids off the bench for you there. I know they gave you a lift the other night.
Yeah, Whitman was huge the other night, and then Abigail Schilling, and then Josie Deers.
All right, turning our attention to MFL MarMac. What do you know about the Bulldogs?
Yeah, no, they're a decent team. They're a good team up there in the Upper Iowa Conference. They have two really good freshmen, the Driscoll girl and the Winter girl. They're leading them so far this year when scoring, each averaging close to 15 points a game. So, I mean, just being freshmen, but you can tell they played a lot of basketball. So, I mean, we're going to really have to key in on those two, trying to shut them down. You know, one's more of an outside player. The other one's like to score inside the perimeter. So we're just going to have to really focus on keeping those two in check, and otherwise just rebounding the basketball and taking care of the basketball is going to be huge tonight to be able to get the win.
All right, you know, the big thing is this is a very busy week for you guys with some good competition you're going to be facing.
Yeah, no, exactly. We want to get off on the right foot because facing preseason like ranked teams, right? MV is ranked in the top 10, and then originally Northland was ranked in the top 15 before the season started. So I mean, when we have to go to Northland this week, so we really need to get off to a good foot here as far as taking care of business tonight with MFL. Make sure we take care of that business first before we look forward to the other ones. But I mean, not going to get any easier the rest of the week, that's for sure.
Absolutely. All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you later on tonight.
All right. Yep. Thanks, Dan.
Edco basketball coach Steve Putz on his Viking program. The Chalk Talk continues after this.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
This is Dr. Jessica Wilkie, along with Dr. Foey, Dr. Bruner, and our staff here at Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. We are honored to sponsor winter sports and activities for the area schools. We're here to help keep those smiles healthy by providing all areas of general dentistry for children and adults, including same-day crowns, Invisalign, dentures, and implants. We thank our patients for their loyalty for the last 40 years and welcome new patients to join our dental family. Call us at 563-539-4651.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit Real Farmers, Real Food, RealMeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank. We empower success.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and Old Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. The Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Myers Auto Service in Monona, and by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door.
Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Dan Behrens along with Coach Aaron Hammond. We welcome you to Edgewood back again with Monday Night Basketball tonight, a non-conference affair. It is MFL MarMac and Edco, a couple of the better teams in our area starting up this girls' game tonight, Coach.
Yeah, it could be interesting matchup here. Like you said, a Tri-Rivers West versus an Upper Iowa Conference, big school, and both these teams coming in just weird vibes. So, Edco coming off that win Friday against North Cedar. MFL MarMac coming off against that loss to Southwind, that 2-point loss. So interesting dynamic of what we're going to see out on the court tonight.
All right, so both these teams, this is a non-conference affair tonight, but they have played a couple of outstanding games in the games that we've done the last couple of years. Had the overtime game a couple of years ago. Edco won by 1 a season ago in Monona. So glad to have them back here in Edgewood for this matchup tonight. Meanwhile, you mentioned MFL MarMac. They come in with a record of 2-1. They are also 2-1 on the big school side of the Upper Iowa Conference. Side note, every team in the big division in the Upper Iowa Conference has a loss 3 games in. So that's a wide open deal. They lost at Southwind, 38-34 the final score. And this is part of a young team growing. Turnovers were an issue their last game.
Yeah, they're up to averaging about 20 turnovers, but we knew that they had a lot of youth out there, and we've seen some amazing things out of some of their youth, and we've seen some youthful mistakes out of some of the youth. So it's always interesting when you have a young team what they bring to the court night in and night out, and you just hope that gets more consistent as the year goes.
They're led by a couple of freshmen in scoring, with Blair Winter at 16.5 points a ball game. Olivia Driscoll is averaging 16 points a ball game coming into this matchup.
Yeah, both of those double figures. You add in there both of them averaging over 7 rebounds. Winter's got almost 2 blocks, whereas Driscoll's got almost 3 assists. So those two freshmen are doing a lot to fill in those gaps. But you got to remember, they've got some experience out there as well. Cora Keener's been playing, and she's a senior this year. Emma Driscoll's a junior. She's been playing since she was a freshman. Samantha Ruff is a junior. She's been playing since she's a freshman. So they've got some older girls out there as well who kind of have been around the block.
And that includes Casey Pica, who will come off the bench for this ball game tonight. Meanwhile, for Edco, we saw them the other night. Friday night's ball game, impressive against North Cedar. They won big. Lily Bariski, we mentioned this the other night, just a double-double machine for the Vikings, averaging over 26 a game.
Yeah, and it's a little below where she wants to be, but she's averaging 26 points. She's averaging, over 10 rebounds. She's got 5 steals every game. She's shooting a high percentage from the free throw line. But you start looking at some of those other players. Rachel Eggleseder had a wonderful night Friday night, hit 7 threes, averaging double figures, and you look at Ava Hofer averaging about 7 points, Alyssa Meyer averaging 7 points. They've got a lot of role players to go with her. So there's a lot of tools there for Coach Putz to work with.
Yeah, that was the story for Edco this year. Remember, they lost the Kirby girl from a season ago, and who was going to step in to replace that scoring, and they figured they're going to have to do it by committee. And again, Eggleseder gives you the outside threat, and what that does is really clears up things for Bariski in the lane, because she's as good as anybody of getting rebounds on the offensive and defensive end.
Now, she's got a lot of tools in her toolbox. She can rebound. She can handle it. She can score. She's tough to guard because she hangs in the air, sometimes shooting it on the way down at weird angles, but that ball seems to go in, so she's a load.
Yeah, both these teams have very busy weeks. For Edgewood Colesburg, you're home with Maquoketa Valley tomorrow night, then at North Lynn, home with Springville coming up actually on the 16th. But, man, that's 3 games in a row there in the Tri-Rivers Conference on the west side.
Well, you've got this game, which is always a really good ball game, a very competitive ball game. Maquoketa Valley is ranked. North Lynn is always North Lynn. And Springville's ranked. So, you've got 4 solid games, plus they played last Thursday, Friday, so they got a lot of ball in a couple weeks.
Same thing for MFL MarMac. We'll see them right again tomorrow night in Monona as they take on North Fayette Valley. Shameless plug, but the Chalk Talk begins at around 5:45. Girls game time at 6:15 with the boys game to follow on KCTN FM 100. Live video streamed as well on KCTN.com. But they are home with New Hampton Friday night, and then take on Janesville at Upper Iowa University on Saturday. So they've got 4 games this week.
Yeah, they've got a lot on their going to have a lot on their legs by the end of this week as well. So both of those teams hoping to get off to a good start tonight. Hopefully to try to walk out of here with a win.
All right, let's talk about some keys in this ball game. First off, let's start with MFL MarMac.
Well, I think you need to rebound, number one, because Edco does a really nice job of crashing the boards. You got to find a way to defend Bariski. You got to take something away. It's hard to contain her, but you got to try to slow her down and keep her under her average. And I think they're going to have to shoot well. I assume Edco's going to play zone. They got to shoot well against the zone and crash the boards.
Some good news for MFL MarMac as well. They'll get Brindley Fritz, the junior, back in some sort of role in this ball game tonight. But great to see her back. We did the ball game a season ago in which she dealt with an ACL injury, so that long road back, she'll get the opportunity tonight. Meanwhile, let's talk about keys in the ball game for Edco.
Well, I think for Edco, they haven't seen a post like Winter, so they're going to have to find a way to defend her inside to stay out of foul trouble. They're going to have to handle the pressure. They've got some really good guards on this MFL MarMac team, and they got to take care of the ball. We saw them start to have some of those turnover problems as well in a decisive win, but you got to take care of those turnovers if you're going to be a good ball club.
And we talk about MFL MarMac, the youth that they will possess handling the basketball, really kind of the same thing for Edco, with Ava Hofer and Addie Smelter doing a bulk of the guard work there. And again, they're both sophomores, and they played quite a bit last year, but stepping into bigger roles this year.
Yeah, absolutely. They just, both of these teams need to get some confidence out of their youth, some consistency out of their youth. And I don't know if it's there quite yet, but it's coming. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, so, and again, We don't have a great crowd on hand yet. People continue to roll in, but it's the rare Monday night game here that's thrown into the schedule.
Well, and we've got JV boys going on in the old gym here in Edgewood, so the fans are kind of getting split, but that means an early night for everybody out tonight.
The JV boys play first and the JV girls play the second game over there. Let's go courtside, our public address announcer, Kevin Ellsbury, and tonight's starting lineups.
Take it away, Kevin.
Welcome to Edgewood Colesburg High School for this basketball game between the Bulldogs of MFL MarMac and your Edco Vikings. Tobacco and alcohol products and pets are not allowed at state-sanctioned events. Please maintain respectful behavior towards players, fans, coaches, and officials throughout the contest. The concession stand is available tonight thanks to the Edco Vikings Booster Club and parents of our very own athletes. Thank you to those parents and athletes for helping to run the concession stand tonight. Thank you to the Edgewood Feed Mill for their sponsorship of tonight's event, as well as their continued commitment to Edco athletics. And now for your starting lineups. For the Bulldogs, number 1, Olivia Driscoll. And for the Vikings, number 10, a senior, Lily Bariski. For the Bulldogs, number 4, Sam Ruff. For the Vikings, number
The microphone, by the way, cutting out on him. Their microphone in-house. Ours is still working good there.
Yeah, we're hearing everything.
For the Vikings, number 14, sophomore, Addie Smelzer. For the Bulldogs, number 24, Emma Driscoll. For the Vikings, number 34, senior, Rachel Egglesleiter. For the Bulldogs, number 32, Cora Keener. And for the Vikings, number 40, senior, McKenna Hofer. The Bulldogs are coached by Brian Mugenhagen and assisted by Jeff Schubert and Mike Driscoll. The Vikings are coached by Steve Putz and assisted by Brooks Egglesleiter. Tonight's officials are Dave Stephen, James Depke, and Brian McCleary.
There you have it, opening lineups.
Ladies
when we
and
return,
gentlemen,
opening
please
action.
rise if you are
Edco
able,
and once
and
again,
remove your hats for the
Edco
playing
and
of our
MFL
national
MarMac
anthem.
coming up from KCTN Sports. The Woodland Eye Cater and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
The vets and vet techs at Veterinary Associates of Clayton County offer a wide variety of services for all animals. We believe in treating every patient as if they were our own pet and give them the same loving attention and care they receive from you. Call our office at 563-245-1633 to make an appointment today. The Veterinary Associates of Clayton County are proud sponsors of Central Elkader Sports.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. Welcome back to Edgewood. Game 1 of 2. We'll have the boys' game coming up for you a little bit later on tonight here on KCTN. The MFL MarMac boys off to an 0-2 start, dropping 2 close games. Edco went 2-0 in their opening week a season ago. Cora Keener will jump it up for MFL MarMac. Lily Boriski for Edco. Bulldogs, the blue bottoms and tops. Bulldogs there in yellow. And the Vikings, of course, have the white bottoms and jerseys, with Edco there in black and the yellow trim. So we are ready to go with, again, game 1 of 2. Our officials making sure everybody's got their shirts tucked in. And we are ready to go. And again, this is a Monday night special for you here tonight on KCTN. So the tip is in the air. It is won by Boriski into the backcourt. Going down to the knees to pick it up there is going to be Hofer. And McKenna Hofer gets it on over to Ava Hofer. And this game is underway. Smeltzer left open at the free throw line. Left side offensively to McKenna Hofer. And McKenna Hofer, left wing area now to, again, Ava Hofer. Right wing, that's Campbell, a correction there. Number 14 open for 3 in Smeltzer. Leaves it short, but there is a foul going after the loose ball. And the foul is against Edco, as we see down low that it is once again Keener guarding Boriski. And that is the first whistle of the ball game, and it's against the Vikings. So we'll find out who that foul on. I believe it is on number 12, Ava Hofer.
He held up a 20, and there's no 20 out there, so they're trying to figure out who that might have been on.
All right, backcourt area. It is again Edco getting back defensively as Blair Winter beats the traffic, goes right side, launches a 15-footer, shot no good. Boriski gets the rebound, and again, she'll lead the break. Boriski drives in, steps between 2 defenders, and fouled as she drove in between the 2. I believe we're going to have a blocking call here on the the Bulldogs.
On the Bulldogs, so Vikings are going to take it out on the right side, but that's going to be on the ground there.
So at the free throw, they call it on the floor, you're right. Boriski takes it right side off the basket. Bulldogs, by the way, coming out girl-to-girl defense starting out. Ruff, by the way, is guarding there once again. Eccleseder. Left side, McKenna Hofer, deep left corner for 3. It's off the back of the rim. Nice box out there by the Bulldogs. Driscoll gets the rebound, saves it back to Ruff. That's once again Emma Driscoll to Olivia Driscoll. Back in the offensive end to Winter. Winter drives in, double teamed, and works it back out on top where Driscoll will have to go back towards center court and pick it up. No score here a minute into our game. Left wing area with Ruff. Winter at the elbow. Right side, Emma Driscoll. That's Olivia Driscoll. Baseline, they go there to Keener. Baseline 15-footer off the back of the rim. Getting the rebound is Winter. Her putback banks it long. Keener the rebound on the right side. Putback, it is no good. And a rarity that Edco gets out rebounded down low, but the extra effort gives the Bulldogs 2 free throws.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they have so many chances down there because Edco's been rebounding really well this year, and just second chance opportunities for both Winter and Cora Keener.
And you look at Boriski, remember she's 5'8" but plays much taller. You're going to have the Bulldogs out there with Winter and also Keener, as Keener's first free throw is off the back of the rim. She'll get another opportunity. But you're going to have a situation there where, once again, you've got a little more size, and Edco not used to seeing that.
You know, Boriski might be able to outjump one of them, but I don't think you can outjump both of them if they're crashing the board.
Second free throw on its way. It is good, and that puts the Bulldogs on the board, 1-0. That also allows them to set up full court pressure, but Edco launches it to half court where Boriski is able to track it down. So back in the offensive end, the Vikings. Eccleseder to Ava Hofer, top of the key. And high post area now to Boriski, who drives to the left, takes the shot over Keener. It is short, good straight-up defense. Olivia Driscoll grabs the rebound. Driscoll ahead to Ruff quickly in the offensive end. Ruff drives baseline, takes the drive in. The shot no good, but fouled is again. She got a step along the baseline. She'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs looking to attack here, attacking that rim, crashing the boards, and getting some opportunities early on.
And as far as a team, MFL MarMac 67% from the free throw line. So, again, not bad at all. Our official taking some time to make the call at the scores table there. And they're going to call the foul. Should be, I believe.
It shouldn't be on 12.
It should be on Smelter, I believe.
Well, I think Smelter was straight up. I think that probably should have been on Eccleseder with the swing on behind, but I think they gave that to Smelter.
Free throw, it is good. On the scoreboard, Eccleseder listed with her first foul, and Boriski
listed for a foul. So that's who the 2 fouls have been called against Edco. And the second free throw being eyed by Ruff after missing the first. And the second free throw on its way there leaves that one short, and a nice box out by Boriski, grabbing the carom off the right. So back in the offensive end, Ava Hofer, and they get into their offense here. She's guarded by Olivia Driscoll. Left wing area, that is once again, that is Smeltzer. Smeltzer left wide open, right side, launches up the 3. Shot is long. Rebound kicks to the right, where it's picked up there by Ruff. Ruff in the backcourt to Olivia Driscoll. They're able to beat the pressure. In the offensive end, Driscoll drives in, moves to the left side, lays it up and in. Strong move to the left. 4-0 lead for the Bulldogs.
Too easy, and little pressure here by the Bulldogs. Going to force Edco to try to handle the ball.
Boriski to McKenna Hofer, double teamed in the backcourt, throws it away, intercepted by Keener. Keener back to Winter. Winter drives in, bumps into Hofer, no call. As the ball gets knocked away, it's picked up along the baseline by Ava Hofer, and they say she stepped out of bounds on the baseline, so it stays down here with the Bulldogs.
A lot of contact there on that drive. Winter and Hofer both kind of tumbling sideways, and no call there. They said everybody's straight up, so just continue to play.
Let's play through. Left side, Emma Driscoll inbounds to Winter. Middle of the lane, drives right side. The layup, it is up and in. She tumbles to the court. And a great start by MFL MarMac, leading 6-0.
Yeah, getting some easy baskets here early on and taking the lead.
Backcourt area, Boriski is fouled against that MFL MarMac pressure. So the Bulldogs, we mentioned a very athletic team, and this is what's interesting about this matchup is because Edco hangs their hat on how athletic they are at key positions.
They're an athletic team too, but they've had their struggles handing the ball, especially full court, getting into that front court. So we'll see how they handle this full court pressure. All 5 Bulldogs are in the backcourt now.
Evelyn Fritz makes her first appearance in the ball game, and she is a sophomore at 5'6". Inbounds to Boriski as that foul called there against Keener. Meanwhile, a steal by Driscoll, who drives in, floats up the one-handed shot, banks it up and in, and here comes a timeout by the Vikings. An 8-0 blitz by the Bulldogs to start things out. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhag, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus live scan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision.
So we've played just short of 3 minutes, and it's 8-0 MFL MarMac in the lead, and they have forced some turnovers here in the early part of this game.
Yeah, Edco's got a couple of turnovers and a couple of fouls that have taken possessions away, so they're going to have to clean some things up, and I'm sure Coach Putz was talking about, okay, this is how we break this press. Let's reset here.
And again, for MFL MarMac, this is girl-to-girl full court pressure. Right side, Eccleseder will take it inbounds. And again, there is a foul now as Boriski was held underneath. This is going to be, again, a very physical ball game, but right now it's going to be a free throw shooting gig here in this second quarter, first quarter.
We're going to get to the free throw line pretty fast because both teams sitting at 3 and 3 minutes in.
And that for MFL MarMac, the foul is on. Once again, Fritz. Meanwhile, in the offensive end, Edco throws it away again. They overshot. Ava Hofer, and the loose ball picked up by Keener. Another turnover. Edco, by the way, 1-3-1 defensively. Right side, Ruff with the basketball. Ref brings it back out on top and goes right side to Emma Driscoll. Driscoll on the right wing, cross-court pass. Evelyn Fritz drives baseline, misses the driving layup inside. Then Keener comes over the back to commit the foul. So that's the 4th foul now in MFL MarMac, and we've played 3 minutes and 8 seconds.
Yeah, they're just, it's pretty rough, pretty physical. Both teams are getting aggressive here, but you're going to have to handle this and learn to play without grabbing, without fouling. Just like that, pressure's off. They're back in the half court.
And that is the foul called on Keener, her first. McKenna Hofer in the offensive end. Again, the Bulldogs straight up girl-to-girl defense here. Addie Smeltzer has it left side to Hofer. Open, left side for three. Grazes the front of the rim. It is short. Rebound pulled down by Addie Smeltzer, but I believe she came over the back, and she did. And that is the fourth foul now on Edco.
And I believe that's the second foul on Addie Smeltzer. So she's got 2 here early on. She got in foul trouble Friday night the last time we saw her.
So the ball goes back to the Bulldogs, and on the inbounds, they throw it away. It's picked up by McKenna Hofer, who shovels it up from the right side. Steal by Hofer and the basket. And the Vikings are on the board.
Yeah,
1-2-2 pressure, by the way, for Edco, and they force a turnover. Burski knocked the ball away. She gets it back on the feed from Ava Hofer, and just like that, a 4-point quick start there for the Vikings.
Yeah, quick 4 points to cut this lead in half.
Evelyn Fritz tried to go in the middle of the court. It's knocked away, picked up by McKenna Hofer. Vikings go back to Brisky. She slides between 2 defenders, and it's 6 points in the blink of an eye. Suddenly 8-6, and a timeout now by MFL MarMac. 4 minutes in, 8-6, Bulldogs in the lead. Let's take this break.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them. Then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
So after the timeout by Edco, they go on a 6-0 run, and MFL MarMac taking a timeout. We still have 4:03 left in the opening quarter. Both teams have 4 fouls, and both teams having some turnover issues.
Well, in the course of a minute, Edco put up those 6 points. Both teams sitting about 3 turnovers right now, but Edco is forcing the issue here with their full court pressure, and we've got our first substitution. Looks like Kendall Whitman is going to enter for Smeltzer on the bench.
So the ball goes back to MFL MarMac. Evelyn Fritz back to Driscoll. Driscoll in the backcourt, back left side to Fritz. Fritz, and again, they've got to pick up the pace. They just get it across the timeline to Driscoll. Driscoll drives in, little left-handed shot there from the left side, shot no good. Ruff gets the rebound. Bulldogs bring it on top. Driscoll open, top of the key for 3, got it. So they answer after the timeout, and they lead 11-6.
Yeah, big answer there by Olivia Driscoll, the freshman, shooting the ball with confidence.
Which team can adjust to how this game is being called? Because, again, it's been pretty physical, but, again, our officials have been on top of things. Meanwhile, Edco tried to work it in the lane to Brisky. She's overshot, and the ball picked up by Ruff. Yet another turnover. Keener back out on top to Emma Driscoll. Left side to Ruff. That's Driscoll now on the lane area outside of it. Right side to Emma Driscoll. The ball tried to go to the corner, knocked away by Brisky with those long arms. Brisky steals it away, drives in, pulls up, 5-foot shot, middle of the lane, shot no good, but taken out underneath by Driscoll. Driscoll lends a helping hand to help her up, but Brisky goes to the free throw line for 2.
Well, we talked about Brisky being, a little undersized, but plays taller than she is. I think what people underestimate is her length. She's got long arms, and with those hops, she plays bigger in that zone and able to get those steals pretty easily.
And your rare post player, as the free throws off the back of the rim, it is no good. You're a rare post player that can take the length of the court. She can lead the break.
Yeah, she can handle it. She can run. She's quick. She rebounds. She's an all-around player, but it's hard to guard somebody because do you put a bigger post? Do you put a quicker guard? Do you put some size? It's hard to figure that out.
So the second free throw by Brisky, and that free throw, it is no good. Kicks to the left. Keener gets the rebound. 3 minutes left in our first quarter. And again, Edco pressing even on misses. Evelyn Fritz into the offensive end, brings it left side. And again, that 1-3-1, she'll cut it to Driscoll in the lane. She's covered. Back left side to Emma Driscoll. On top to Casey Pika, who just checked in moments ago. Left side back over to, again, Fritz. Top of the key. Emma Driscoll open. Top of the key for 3. Shot no good. And a nice box out there by Whitman, getting the rebound off the right. So Casey Pika, a senior coming off the bench in this ball game tonight. And she checked in there for Ruff. Meanwhile, Winter heads back to the scoring table there for the Bulldogs. And left side to McKenna Hofer. Now you've got basically Brisky being double-teamed in the lane, a forced pass, and diving on the floor is Keener, who saves it back to Driscoll. Good hustle there by the Bulldogs. And that is Emma Driscoll ahead to Olivia Driscoll. They've got 3-on-2. And Driscoll drives in the lane, little one-handed runner, circled around, no good. Facing the basket, tried to bank it in from about 6 feet away, but the shot rolls out, and it goes back to the Vikings. Still, that's a shot they like her to take.
Yeah, nice little floater, just couldn't get it to fall.
They try to work it in the lane, down to Brisky, and again, Fritz fronting her, and they knock it out of bounds. So a lot of attention being paid to Brisky as Winter comes back in. Also checking in for the first time tonight is number 25, and that is Chloe Schutte, a 5'7" freshman. Emma Driscoll checks out along with Keener. Inbounds to Whitman, back to Boriski, and again, just being hounded right now, but there's always somebody there to help out. Right side, Ava Hofer for three. Shot no good. Kicked long to the right, and the board corralled there by, once again, MFL MarMac. Evelyn Fritz in the offensive end. Left side, Driscoll. Left wing for three. That shot short. Rebound, Karams to the right, and it's picked up there by Echo Cedar. One and done for the Bulldogs that trip down.
The Vikings are trying to get the ball to Brisky, but there's two girls always around her. That's a tough entry pass.
And back out on top, McKenna Hofer, left open, top of the key. Foot might have been on the line. Shot no good, but she's fouled. This may be underneath there against Evelyn Fritz.
Yeah, this is away from the ball, but still going to be free throws for Boriski here.
So Fritz was actually holding Boriski. Boriski ends up on the floor, and she'll go to the free throw line for two on the errant shot. So she was boxing her out, but holding in the process. So with 90 seconds left here in the quarter, at the free throw line once again is Boriski. Boriski's free throw line, it is good, and it's 11-7, MFL MarMac in the lead.
Yeah, a little slow start for both these teams, but again, trying to adjust to how this is going to be played and how physical it's been so far.
Second free throw, it is good, 1 of 2. They called that foul on Winter, by the way, according to the scoreboard. That would be the second foul on Winter, but I think it was on Fritz.
Well, I think that was on Fritz, but they'll get it corrected.
Olivia Driscoll brings it across the timeline, dribbles through the traffic, tried to bounce pass in the lane, but kicked there by Echo Cedar defensively, and they'll take it off the left side of the basket. MFL MarMac will, and it will be Evelyn Fritz taking it out of bounds.
Yeah, they're going to reset here on the left side.
Scoreboard also says 2 fouls on Winter. Interesting there. Inbounds, rolling to the basket is Winter, shovels up the left-handed shot, no good. Forced a little farther away there by Whitman, and the Vikings clear things. And quickly, Ava Hofer into the offensive end. A minute left in our first quarter. And McKenna Hofer has it on top. She's guarded there by Schutte. Echo Cedar back over top of the key to McKenna Hofer. Back right side, Ava Hofer. And plenty of time on the shot clock as they work things around the perimeter. Ava Hofer, right side, launches up the three, circled in and out, no good. Evelyn Fritz, nice seal out on the weak side, the rebound to Winter. Winter bounces it over to Schutte, her layup blocked by Uncle Cedar, who saves it into the hands of Driscoll, who launches a three, and the rebound is off the back of the rim, pulled there by Boriski, and Boriski comes into the offensive end, and there's a foul called by Fritz. So yet another foul, and Boriski goes to the free throw line for 2. Scoreboard says that she doesn't have a foul, but now she has 3, so that is correct.
Yeah, she's got her 3rd foul, so she's been hounding Boriski, but got caught that time with a hand in the wrong place.
And that's what they'll do. They'll have just a chaser basically on Boriski. Fouls be darned in this game. Boriski's free throw, it is good. So Boriski, knowing that there's a chance she could get to the line, and she's not a bad free throw shooter, 17 of 28 coming into this ball game, as Ruff checks back in. Olivia Driscoll checks out. Also, Evelyn Fritz has checked out. And Emma Driscoll comes back into the game. Ava Hofer checks out. And for the Vikings, into the ball game is number 22, and that is Josie Deers, a freshman. So the second free throw being eyed there by Boriski. Second free throw on its way. It is good. Makes them both. 11-10 is now our score. 37 seconds left here in the quarter. About a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Winter has it on top to Ruff. Ruff right side to Driscoll. Back over to Ruff, and they'll bring it back out on top. Edco, by the way, out of the 1-3-1. It's 2-3 zone. Winter, left side in the lane to Schutte, and a reach behind foul by Echo Cedar. So again, both teams well over the limit, and it will be for MFL MarMac to the free throw line. Schutte is who goes to the free throw line.
Yeah, Chloe Schutte, freshman, going to go to the free throw line. Averages about 4 points a ball game, and her first opportunity here from the free throw line.
That's the second foul on Echo Cedar, by the way. Schutte, left-handed free throw. It is good, and it's 12-10. MFL MarMac in the lead. So Echo Cedar will have to check out as Addie Smelter comes back into the game for the Vikings.
Yeah, Smelter with those 2 fouls, but she's just going to have to play a little cleaner.
And again, they'll take Echo Cedar out with her 2 fouls. So Schutte's free throw now, made the first one. Second free throw on its way. It is good. Nice left-handed touch. 21 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's 13-10. MFL MarMac has the lead. And on top is, once again, Smelter. Right side to Deers. Deers guarded by Ruff. Back over to McKenna Hofer. 10 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Hofer has Addie Smelter wide open underneath the basket. Shot no good. Rolling over defensively was Pika, and a foul called on Pika. As she closed late, in good recognition by McKenna Hofer, somebody lost Smelter there in that defense.
You have spent a lot of time at the free throw line in this first quarter, Dan.
Yep, everybody getting their money's worth tonight. We have both teams, I believe, with 8 fouls in this first quarter right now. Free throw on its way by Addie Smelter. It is no good. She'll get another opportunity. So both teams, good news is you're getting to the line. That's the bad news for both these teams because you're giving up as many free throws as you're shooting.
Yeah, both teams getting to the line a lot, and got to start knocking them down if you want to stay in this ballgame.
Second free throw by Eddie Smeltzer on its way. Misses them both, and the rebound pulled down by Winter, and Winter travels with the basketball. Because she got the rebound and turned around, Emma Driscoll was there, and she had to kind of dribble over top or reach over top of Emma Driscoll before she could establish the dribble. And the turnover gives it back to Edco with 4.8 seconds to go in our first quarter. And McKenna Hofer will take it out of bounds as the Vikings line up in a stack formation. Inbounds to Beriski. Beriski back to McKenna Hofer. Hofer goes in the lane to Whitman. Whitman drops steps and does not get the shot off in time. It was partially blocked by Winter anyway. And the opening quarter comes to an end. 13-10. MFL MarMac, the early lead here in Edgewood.
Are you wanting to eat better, feel better, get your weight or other numbers under control, and need someone to hold you accountable? This is Brandy Strube, registered dietitian with Veterans Memorial Hospital. I welcome consultations with patients of all ages and look forward to helping you meet your nutritional goals. Please call the hospital to set up an appointment or ask your doctor for a referral at your next visit.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency Monona, Auto Home Business, Crop Farm and Life, Smithy's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Vorwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Canarcor Flood Covering in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, The Edgewood Reminder, Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, Kendrick Forest Products, buyers of standing timber, and by Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point.
We've played one quarter, 13-10. MFL MarMac in the lead over Edco. What do we have for stats?
Well, for the Bulldogs, they're 4 of 6 from the free throw line. That's where they spent most of the time. 3 of 10 from the field and 1 of 5 from behind the arc.
And by the way, they put the ball down, and quickly Olivia Driscoll hustles over it on the near sideline, gets it inbounds to Emma Driscoll. Meanwhile, right side, they go to Hofer. Hofer knocked the ball away. I believe we're going to keep it down here. Ruff, Winter, Emma Driscoll, Olivia Driscoll, Keener, starting 5 out there for MFL MarMac, and the same for Edco, as it is going to be Smeltzer along with Ava Hofer, McKenna Hofer, Beriski, and also out there is Eccleseder. They stay in the 2-3 zone. Driscoll, right side on the wing, back out on top to Ruff. Second quarter just underway. What was their free throw shooting in the first quarter?
4 of 6 for both teams.
Left side, they've canceled each other out. Emma Driscoll cut off from the baseline. Good job holding that pivot foot. Needs some help. Tries to go in the lane to Winter, but well defensed by Beriski. And Beriski gets the steal. Tough pass there, but Driscoll kind of out of options along the baseline area. Beriski actually brings it into the offensive end. Goes right side, kicks it wing. Rachel Eccleseder, deep right side for 3 off the back of the rim. Long rebound into the hands of Ruff, and Ruff is actually fouled on the floor, as it turns out. McKenna Hofer trying to tie her up, but McKenna Hofer called for going across the arm. So the ball goes back to MFL MarMac on the first whistle of this second quarter.
So our shooting in the first half, or first quarter, 4 of 6 for both teams from the free throw line. Both teams made 3 field goals, 3 of 10 for MFL, 3 of 4 for Edco, 1 of 5 from behind the arc for MFL. Difference in our first quarter.
And right side, Emma Driscoll goes over to Olivia Driscoll on the right wing area. Back out on top to Emma. High post area, Winter puts it on the floor, drives by Beriski. The shot up and in on the right side. Strong move by the young freshman. Bulldogs go up by 5.
Yeah, nice move. Just put her head down and got that shoulders past. Able to finish strong at the hoop.
And here is Beriski, now guarded by Keener again. Left side, that's again Ava Hofer for 3. Shot no good. Addie Smeltzer, I believe, fouled getting the rebound. And she was fouled once again there by Emma Driscoll. Smeltzer had to be close there. She actually got the rebound over top of Driscoll, but it actually bounced away. And they are going to say, yes, it is the foul called on Emma Driscoll.
Yeah, they're blinking Emma Driscoll. That's going to be her second up there.
Inbounds Beriski on the wing. 15-footer off the back of the rim. Rebound knocked away by Olivia Driscoll, then knocked out of bounds by McKenna Hofer. Great effort. She dives for it near side. Ends up sliding into the bleachers. She's all right, though, and the ball goes back to the Bulldogs.
She's been on the floor a lot tonight, getting after loose balls, trying to take a charge on the other end. Just playing aggressive, McKenna Hofer.
Both these teams, again, physical for MFL MarMac. They felt like South Win, and their physicality caused problems the other night. Olivia Driscoll, right side to Emma. In the lane, they go to Keener on the right block. Takes the shot over Boriski, up and in. Nice job by Keener inside the right block. Just took a step in, used the frame. 7-point lead for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Bulldogs continue to extend that lead. Edco's got to answer here, try to stay in this ballgame.
Boriski drives in right side, takes an off-balance runner, hit the side of the backboard. Winter forced her a little farther to the right than she wanted to. And Keener with the loose basketball for the Bulldogs. So Olivia Driscoll in the backcourt, dribbles through the pressure, but it's stolen away by Boriski. Picked her pocket from behind. Boriski drives in and scores the little jump shot off the right. And they're back within 5.
And now Edco drops back in the half court, reset their 2-3 zone.
Yeah, so both these teams have been plagued by problems in the first half. Olivia Driscoll almost carried the ball, but she drives right side and then traveled with the basketball. Well, she did not get away with that. A little bit of a later whistle, but she tried to go right side, took an extra step. Turnover gives it back there to Edco. Meanwhile, Casey Pika comes into the ball game. Olivia Driscoll will check out for the Bulldogs.
And it feels like both of these teams are going just a hair fast than what they want to right now, getting out of control and losing some of their possessions.
And again, the Bulldogs picking them up here. Girl-to-girl defense. Boriski taking over the ball handling duties. Drives right side, cut off to Rachel Eccleseder. Eccleseder along the baseline. Nice pass to, again, in the lane to Boriski. Takes a step to the left from the right block. Puts it over the rim from the right side. So good touch down low on the assist from Eccleseder. Pika in the offensive end for MFL MarMac. Back out on top to Ruff. We've played 3 minutes here in our second quarter. Emma Driscoll goes off a pick on the right side, and a good switch there by Edco, and moving things through defensively. Left side to Pika. Pika on the left wing, and she's going to bring it back over on top, and it loses the ball where it's picked up by Smeltzer. Smeltzer to Eccleseder. She loses the ball, an errant pass ahead. We exchange turnovers. Bulldogs get it back. And here is Ruff across the timeline, and Ruff cut off on the sideline area. Back out on top to Pika, who dribbles it off her foot, turns it over. So it's becoming a game plagued with turnovers right now. And McKenna Hofer had the ball go off her foot. And it goes there to, once again, Boriski. And no kicking call because the ball hit her foot. She didn't try to hit it. Left side in the corner, 3 by Ava Hofer. It is no good. Ruff gets the rebound, leads the break. Crossover dribble, the right-handed layup off the front of the rim. Rebound kicked out of there and tracked down by Winter. And Winter is called for an offensive foul, trying to keep Ava Hofer with the arm off the near sideline area. And that is now the 3rd foul on Blair Winter. A major concern now for the Bulldogs.
Absolutely. They want her on the court, and if that's her 3rd, I expect she's going to probably sit for the rest of this quarter.
So we approach the 4-minute mark. Winter stays in there for now, but they do have Schutte at the scores table for her. Boriski left side in the corner. McKenna Hofer left baseline for 3. Grazes the front of the rim, but the long rebound runs right back to her. And in the lane, they try to work it to Whitman, who just came back in. Stolen away by Pika. So back into the offensive end. Smelter, by the way, checked out for Edco as Whitman checked in. Emma Driscoll drives right side. Nice feed over to Keener, who rolls from the left side, banks it up and in. Set up well by Emma Driscoll. 5-point lead for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're just kind of keeping this lead right around 4, 5, 6 points or so. And Edco hasn't been able to overcome that so far.
A much better foul-wise played second quarter. In the lane, Boriski launches the shot, ends up falling behind. It was good straight-up defense there by Keener. Rebound pulled down there by Emma Driscoll. Driscoll in the offensive end, left side to Ruff. Ruff drives baseline, wraparound pass, gets it to Keener, 5 feet away, shot up and in. It's actually Blair Winter still in the game, but a nice feed along the baseline. Bulldogs have made a couple of passes here. They lead by 7.
Yeah, just able to find Winter there, and she's got to play hands off because she's out there with 3 fouls.
And
right
this
now.
is again over a minute she's been on the court, but now she's guarding Whitman, and she'll stay away. Right side, Ava Hofer drives in. She's open on the wing, and an offensive foul on Ava Hofer. Extended that arm as she was cut off right side by Pika, and that is just the 2nd foul on Edco. And now they will get Blair Winter out of the game.
Yeah, we've got some subs that are waiting at the bench here, and they'll get them in here for the last 3 minutes.
Addie Smeltzer in, and again, McKenna Hofer checks out. Meanwhile, Winter does check out along with Casey Pika. Back into the game, Olivia Driscoll. And also coming in as well will be Schutte, and that will be Chloe Schutte back into the ballgame. Inside 3 minutes left in the half. Bulldogs lead by 7. Right side to Ruff. Back out on top to Driscoll. Driscoll, again, goes off a pick on the left side. And open from the left side, 17-foot jump shot, nailed it. Keener set a high screen, and Driscoll used it wise. They have their biggest lead of the night at 23-14.
Yeah, came off that screen and just pop and shot that thing, drained it all net.
And left side in the offensive end. They work it back out on top to Ava Hofer. Now in the lane to Whitman. Whitman, left wing area. Addie Smeltzer open, left wing for three. Banked it well long. And Olivia Driscoll, the rebound, stops her dribble, but Ruff stays back there to help her out. Now back to Emma Driscoll. Offensive end, right wing, launches up the three, aired it out. Keener gets the rebound, saves it. Nope, she came down out of bounds. Great effort. Actually saved it back to Olivia Driscoll, but her foot hit along the baseline out of bounds, so it will go back there to the Vikings. And McKenna Hofer back into the game. Smeltzer checks out.
And we've got, looks like Evelyn Fritz back into the ballgame. Cora Keener's going to check out for the Bulldogs.
And Keener has given them certainly some good scoring in the offensive end for MFL MarMac and has to chase Boriski on defense. So work cut out from her tonight.
Yeah, looks like Emma Driscoll drew the straw this time for Boriski.
And here on top is once again Boriski. Boriski right side to McKenna Hofer. Looks backdoor, knocked away by Ruff. Whitman unable to hang on to it then. It's picked up by Driscoll, who again is run into by Whitman, and Whitman did all she could to avoid her, so no call. Olivia Driscoll drives in right side, floats it up with the right hand outside the lane. It's up and in, and this is an 8-0 run for the Bulldogs, leading 25-14.
Yeah, just pulling away, and Edco hasn't had an answer. A little out of sorts on the offensive end right now.
They're going to play through it right now with 90 seconds left in the half. McKenna Hofer to Eccleseder. Eccleseder covered, right side to McKenna Hofer. Again, they'll look for Boriski. The ball knocked away, but a reach-in foul called by Evelyn Fritz. And will that be her fourth foul?
That will be. She went out there with 3 fouls, and she's got her fourth. And they've got somebody at the sideline. It looks like it's Brinley Fritz.
Yeah, so this will be her first appearance since that ACL injury to her left knee a season ago. Plays with a big brace on that knee, but it's great to see her back in the lineup for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and Coach Buchenhagen said still has some tears in there on the MCLs, but able to play on it.
And backdoor, they go to Boriski, throw it over top of the defense. She banks it up and in. They ran a set play. That allowed Boriski to roll to the basket. They're back within 9. And here is Brinley Fritz on the left wing in the lane to Driscoll. Driscoll drives in, loses the ball. I think a blocking call on Whitman. And they're going to give Driscoll 2, saying that she was going up for the shot as she tried to flip it up with the left hand.
And I don't know if I agree with this because I think she was trying to go around that and past that. They're going to make him take it out of bounds.
Yep, the officials confer. The official who made that call said that they're going to give her 2.
They are going to give her 2.
Yep, he was adamant. All right, standing there by Coach Putz. Said, we're going to give her 2. She was going up for the shot. So with 1:17 to go in the half, fourth foul, or actually third on Edco. MFL MarMac with 4. Free throw off the back of the rim. It is no good. Driscoll, by the way, before the ball game there on Friday night was just 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Not bad, but she is a very good free throw shooter for MFL MarMac. Second free throw, and that's more like it. Just swished it right through. A 10-point lead now for the Bulldogs. And backcourt area, some light pressure put on, but MFL MarMac drops back defensively. And Ava Hofer in the offensive end. Left side to, once again, McKenna Hofer. Hofer guarded by Brinley Fritz to Eccleseder on the right side. In the lane to Whitman. Knocked away again. And that time it was Chloe Schutte knocking it away. Here's Ruff ahead of the pack. She drives in. Right-handed layup too strong. And a good hustle back down the court by Eccleseder to get the rebound. And then a reach-in foul committed by the Bulldogs. That will put the Vikings into the free throw line. At least we got 7 minutes plus without going to the free throw line here in the bonus.
A little better in this quarter, but still a lot of fouls, a lot of physicality out there. And I'm not sure why we're not shooting free throws because that's the 5th foul if the scoreboard's right.
And they called that there an offensive foul.
Maybe?
The officials talking over the scoring column there. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Either way, the foul is called at MFL MarMac, and Edco brings it into the offensive end. So across the timeline, it is again Addie Smeltzer, high post area to Boriski, backdoor to McKenna Hofer, works it right side, knocked away again. Chloe Schutte has it taken away, though, by McKenna Hofer, and then she's tied up by Chloe Schutte. And the jump ball keeps it down here with Edco.
Yeah, just not taking care of the basketball right now, valuing the possession, and both of these teams got to get under control a little bit here.
And McKenna Hofer has to retie the shoe there. We've seen that now 3 times the last couple of games. And Rachel Eccleseder inbounds in the corner to Boriski. And they look to go back to Eccleseder. She's open, deep right corner, launches the 3, got it! Vikings needing that, and they're back within 7. 30 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, it looks like the Bulldogs can slow down and play for one. That's what Coach Buchenhagen's saying. Let's get a good shot here.
Especially against this zone. Don't try to force things. Ruff on top and brings it right side now to Olivia Driscoll. 15 seconds left here in the quarter. Driscoll out of that 2-3 zone, push back towards center court, drives in, takes a little 8-foot runner off the back of the rim, shot no good, took it a little early, and the rebound pulled down by Eckelceder, and the Vikings appear to get the last shot off. Brisky in the offensive end, kicks it top of the key, McKenna Hofer, deep three, but it's off the back of the rim from about 22 feet away, and the opening half comes to an end. MFL MarMac, the halftime lead at 26-9 when we return. First half stats, and of course, we'll look ahead to the boys' game coming up a little bit later on. You're listening to high school basketball on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're well living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
Combine strong winds with icy conditions and you have a winter storm recipe for downed power lines and outages. Get prepared now. Put together a kit to help keep everyone safe and warm during a winter storm emergency. Have extra blankets handy and stock up on water, flashlights, non-perishable food, essential medicines, and more. Your electric cooperative cares about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender, Blooms Flowers Gifts and more in Edgewood, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland. Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. And Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. At the half, MFL MarMac leads 26-19, led 13-10 at the end of one. They outscored the Vikings 13-9 in the second half. We turn things over to Coach Hammond. Let's go through the first half stats. Let's start with MFL MarMac.
The Bulldogs are led by freshman Olivia Driscoll. She's got 12. Blair Winter, another freshman, with 6. Cora Keener with 5 points. Chloe Schutte with 2 points. Samantha Ruff with 1. So 26 points for the Bulldogs. They were 10 of 25, so 40%. Only 1 of 6 behind the arc, 47% inside that three-point line, 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 63%. and 10 turnovers for the Bulldogs in the first half.
Yeah, both teams did better handling the basketball in the second quarter. Totals now for the Vikings.
For the Vikings, Lily Brisky leading the way with 14. Rachel Eichelceder hit that 3, and McKenna Hofer hit a 2. So there's their 19 points. They shot 29%, only 1 of 14 behind the arc, 60% from the field otherwise, and 4 of 6 from the free throw line for 67%.
All right, the big thing is for Edco, obviously a lot of attention to Brisky, and she's getting her points, but the supporting cast is going to have to hit some shots for them the second half.
Yeah, they're going to have to look to, drive right at where that defense is at, force them to come off of Brisky, and if they don't, knock down a shot, dump it inside. Brisky's doing fine, but everybody else has got to pick up the pace a little bit.
Meanwhile, for MFL MarMac, Brisky's got 14 points, and to be honest with you, they've done a pretty good job on her.
They really have. They've had a different chaser on her. They've been physical with her. They've taken away those passing lanes, so nothing's been easy for her. And she's gotten a lot of her points, kind of on loose plays where she just kind of picks it up and goes to the hoop.
Yeah, they've actually kept her off the board somewhat in this ball game tonight,
absolutely.
and that's where she's so dangerous, the offensive boards, and getting putbacks there. So it's 26-19, our score here at the half. We've got the boys game coming up a little bit later on tonight. Edco 2-0, MFL MarMac 0-2. Let's look ahead to our boys game tonight.
Yeah, it's just an interesting dynamic there. We've got a young Edco team who, starting to feel their way through this, starting to figure some things out. Had a nice game against North Cedar on Friday night. MFL MarMac, couple of close games. They've been able to put up points, so I don't think the offense has been a problem, but trying to slow somebody down, and I think it's going to be a pretty fast-paced game because both of those teams are going to play defense and get out and run.
Yeah, it should be a fun one tonight, as MFL MarMac has had Edco's number the last couple of years, but the Vikings feel like that again, that's a team they can compete with this year. They actually feel like maybe they're a little bit of the favorite tonight in that boys game. But for MFL MarMac, their 2 losses are close losses, 2 losses by a total of 7 points. So we'll take a break. When we return, second half action. Bulldogs lead the Vikings 26-19 here at the half.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Over the past years, Central State Bank has invested in numerous programs and organizations dedicated to the education and enrichment of young people in our area. Athletics and the arts, vocational education, and youth club activities. Because Central State Bank is more than a bank, we're your neighbors, your relatives, your friends, your business partners. And these kids represent the future of our community. Trust your finances to a bank that invests in you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. The Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Myers Auto Service in Monona, and by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door.
At the half, 26-19, MFL MarMac came out about the 2-minute mark of our half. Edco not out in the court yet.
Yeah, talking some things through, trying to figure out what they need to do, making the right adjustments, hopefully, and both these teams are going to have to adjust to the physicality, how things are being called. They got to knock down free throws. I'm curious what changes will be made.
All right, so tomorrow night, very rare we do back-to-back games, but back-to-back nights anyway. But that's our plan for tomorrow night as North Fayette Valley and MFL MarMac play. It's, by the way, a quad night, but we'll bring you the varsity girls and varsity boys game with the Chalk Talk beginning at around 5:45, and that's a ballpark figure. Girls game time at 6:15 with the boys game to follow here on KCTN FM 100. Live video streamed as well on KCTN.com or on the KCTN YouTube channel. Then Friday nights will be in Waukon, a big school of the Upper Iowa Conference, once again, as North Fayette Valley takes on Waukon, and a 6:15 start for that game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, following MFL for a couple of nights, following North Fayette Valley for back-to-back games, seeing them Tuesday, Friday. So, yeah, we're going to get to see some of these big schools in the Upper Iowa Conference and how things shake out.
Central MFL MarMac, then next Tuesday night, next Friday night, then Edco Starmont boys. And then before the break on Monday, December 22nd, two strange games at Starmont at 6 o'clock rather. Central takes on East Buchanan. And then at 7:30, it is once again Central and Starmont playing.
Yeah, you've got the girls playing East Buchanan, and then you got the boys playing Starmont because Starmont not having a girls program. So getting creative with their quad nights.
And, of course, the Warriors thrilled to pick up an extra game, having lost Starmont and also Postville off their schedule as well. So for the Vikings, it's the Bulldogs basketball, but for the Vikings, McKenna Hofer, Ava Hofer, Smelter out there, along with Echo Cedar and Beriski. Meanwhile, for MFL MarMac, starting five back out there for them with Emma Driscoll, Olivia Driscoll, also on the court there is Winter, and they have Keener along with Ruff. So the second half underway with MFL MarMac leading 26-19. Edco stays in their 2-3 zone. Right side, Emma Driscoll with the basketball. Driscoll cuts through, gets the feed there from Emma Driscoll, but misses the shot, gets her own rebound, misses that one again. Keener saves it out of bounds, and it's tracked down by Ruff, who's immediately double-teamed, and then a heads-up move there. Throws it off the leg of Smelter, out of bounds, and the Bulldogs retain possession.
Bulldog crashing the boards there, getting second-chance opportunities, and they've been doing a nice job of that tonight, keeping Edco off the glass.
And left side, Emma Driscoll will take it inbounds and has to go back out on top to Olivia Driscoll. So against the 2-3 zone, Olivia Driscoll backs it up near the volleyball line to get MFL MarMac into their offense. Instead, she goes left side, launches up a 24-footer, shot no good. Winter the rebound, steps through two defenders and kisses it off the glass there up and in. 28-19, Bulldogs in the lead.
Yeah, not the start that Edco wanted. They were hoping to get a stop and maybe cut into this lead a little bit.
And the Bulldogs kept possession alive. So right side in the offensive end is McKenna Hofer. Hofer left wing to Ava Hofer. Left side launches up the three. The shot is short. Beriski comes over the back. It's a nice seal out on the weak side by Emma Driscoll, giving up some size, but actually boxed out. And that is going to be the foul on Beriski.
Yeah, made some contact and kept her body out of there. So Beriski had to reach over the top to try to get that, and they called that right away.
That's the third foul on Beriski, so keep an eye on that. But being a senior, you expect her to be able to play through this.
Yeah, she'll adjust and hopefully play a little cleaner.
Emma Driscoll in the lane to Winter. Double teamed, kicks it right side and traveled with the basketball. Had the right idea as Olivia Driscoll hits the three-pointer after the whistle. But she had brought the pressure and then reversed it to the weak side.
Yeah, that double team kind of caught her off guard, and she hesitated, and on that second hesitation, drugged that foot.
So we've played a minute of our third quarter, and the Bulldogs once again up by 9. And Ava Hofer in the offensive end. Bulldogs stay in their girl-to-girl defense. Smelter has it at the elbow, right side to McKenna Hofer. And McKenna Hofer back out on top to Ava Hofer. And now we've got a 3-second violation. This is on Edco. And I believe Addie Smelter in the lane too long as she was looking to get free along the left block area, but foot in the lane.
Yeah, and they're putting Addie Smelter at that high post, and she's got to get aggressive there because they're going to put a lot of attention on Beriski. She's got to look to attack off.
Ruff, right side. On the wing area, back out on top to Olivia Driscoll in the lane to Winter. Winter puts it on the floor, drives by Echo Cedar, slides through, and lays it off the glass once again. Bulldogs back up by double figures.
Blair Winter playing aggressive in there, just attacking the basket, finishing strong and getting by the defender.
And on top, Ava Hofer has the basketball, right side to McKenna. Vikings needing a basket here, have not scored in the early part of this third quarter. Ava Hofer at the free throw line area now to Addie Smelter. Smelter back over to Ava Hofer. Hofer back right side, and they kick it in the corner to McKenna Hofer. Back over, Ava Hofer, open, right side for three, long, and the rebound Ruff. A nice seal out, and she's got Driscoll ahead of the pack. Driscoll has it slide through her hand, saves it back to Winter. Winter's layup misses it from the left side. Ruff the rebound, misses the putback, tumbled to the court. She's fouled by McKenna Hofer. Bulldogs running the court, getting extra opportunities. Ruff to the free throw line for two.
Well, Olivia Driscoll had a golden opportunity there, and the pass was just out of her reach, able to save it and missed the shot by Winter, but Samantha Ruff right there with the putback got fouled on it, so she's going to have to earn these.
Free throw on its way, and that one is good. 31-19 our score. Bulldogs lead by a dozen. As Whitman comes into the game, Addie Smeltzer checks out there, and is that the fourth foul on Addie? They call that an Addie Smeltzer?
No.
They flashed 4 fouls up there.
They got a 4 up there, but I'm not sure which one it's on.
And free throw on its way by a Ruff. That free throw no good. 1 of 2. And Brisky gets the rebound there to the right. So back left side in the offensive end, Rachel Eckelceder drives in, tries to bounce it in the lane to Whitman, intercepted by Keener. Keener's had a strong game defensively, and now they call a foul, and this is going to be on Keener as she ran through a screen, I believe, set by Boriski.
No, other way around. Keener was setting a screen on Boriski and kicked her leg out, so we've got a moving screen.
Yeah, so Keener called for the foul on the screen.
Called for the foul on the screen, and she's so far away from the hoop. Didn't need the screen there, just trying to pick off a Edco player, and she's going to get a foul.
Yep, that's, again, the second foul on Keener. Meanwhile, they try to go underneath the basket. The ball slapped out of bounds. Good defense by Emma Driscoll as they try to go backdoor to Boriski off the left side. So, again, the offensive foul, and it was easy to see as we called it there, as Whitman goes into the offensive end at the elbow. Back over to Boriski along the baseline. Boriski takes a turnaround, contested 8-foot jump shot. It is good, closer to 12 feet away. Hits the contested shot, first basket of the Vikings in this third quarter.
Yeah, down by double figures, though. They're going to find a way to get defensive stops.
Ruff in the lane to Winter. Back out on top, Olivia Driscoll. Left side to Emma. And a good rotation there by the Vikings to cover the zone. Blair Winter, free throw line, 15-footer. It is good, but they're going to wave it off. 3 seconds in the lane, called on Winter. If she'd have taken just a step back, she had an easy 15-footer outside the lane.
Well, she drained the shot, just didn't get it out quick enough, got called for 3 seconds.
And that's a shot that they'd love to get against any zone. Across the timeline now will be Ava Hofer, 3 minutes into our third quarter. Bulldogs lead by 10. And Whitman at the high post area. And looks to feed it and goes in the lane to Boriski. Boriski left side, McKenna Hofer left side for 3 off the front of the rim. Boriski gets the rebound, falling away, hits the 10-footer. Tough shot. Middle of the lane, Boriski with a couple of baskets, and the Vikings set up full court pressure here, and they're back within 8. But again, the Bulldogs beat it. They get it ahead of the court to Ruff. Ruff drives in. The shot no good. Weak side rebound. Keener, left wing, open. Driscoll for 3. Shot no good. Keener, another rebound, and has the ball knocked away, but I believe the foul is called on Ava Hofer off the left side. That'll be the third whistle against the Vikings.
A second chance opportunity. MFL MarMac's been doing a nice job crashing those offensive boards, getting second looks, and that's what's been able to keep them in the lead here in this third quarter.
Left side, it will be Emma Driscoll looking to get it inbounds and has to go back out on top to Blair Winter. Winter left side to Driscoll on the left wing. And again, there wherever she's at, she goes middle of the lane. That is again, Winter loses the ball on the way up, so that caused the ball to play any over. Missed it from right side to the left, and Eckelceder gets the rebound. Strong move, but just lost the ball on the way up. Whitman, that pass overshot, picked up by Winter. Winter is fouled. Not a terrible foul by Ava Hofer because Olivia Driscoll was well ahead of the pack and would have had an easy layup at the other end.
Yeah, that would have been a runaway easy layup, and otherwise Bulldogs here are going to have to take it up by half court.
Now, the third foul on Ava Hofer, the fourth team foul committed by MFL MarMac. So the Bulldogs in the bonus, the final 4 minutes of this third. Emma Driscoll left side as Addie Smeltzer checked back in for the Bulldogs, and she knocked the ball away from Emma Driscoll, who's able to save it back to Keener. Keener back over in the corner, and they're working on top to Winter. Winter just inside the free throw line, actually the three-point line, shot no good. Olivia Driscoll, the rebound, leans into Eckelceder, and Eckelceder's called for the foul, and that will put Olivia Driscoll to the free throw line for 2, and there's your 5th foul on the Vikings.
Yeah, so from here on out, Bulldogs going to the free throw line on fouls against the Vikings.
Well, that's the third foul now on Eckelceder. You have 3 girls on the court right now for Edco with 3 fouls. As Driscoll has that free throw pop in and out, and it's no good. MFL MarMac has only committed 1 foul in this third quarter.
Yeah, and they've got 1 girl out there with 3 fouls. That's Blair Winter. She's had that since midway through the second quarter.
So she's played over 4 minutes again in this quarter. Second free throw good, 1 of 2 by Olivia Driscoll. 9-point lead for MFL MarMac. Sideline, Ava Hofer brings it into the offensive end. Knocked away by Olivia Driscoll. It's picked away. She kicks it ahead. Able to get it underneath. Goes up for the shot. It's up and it is in. So good handles there by Olivia Driscoll to track it down. And the Bulldogs go back up by 11 with 3.5 left in the third.
Vikings just not finding any way to cut cut into this lead consistently.
And to left side to Addie Smeltzer. Smeltzer right side to McKenna Hofer. And they work it left side now here. Ava Hofer right side. Again, it is Emma Driscoll, the chaser there on Boriski. And back out on top to, again, Ava Hofer. And here's Boriski at the elbow and drives in, and I believe she is fouled or reaching on the way in. But again, lots of attention. Two girls converging defensively.
Well, and they're making Boriski work really hard inside. Obviously, defense is doing that. But Edco's just passing the ball around the outside, not giving Boriski time to set up in the post.
All right, third foul, by the way. But it says it's on number 24, Emma Driscoll, and indeed it is. So Emma Driscoll checks out along with Ruff. Also checking out of the ball game for them is going to be Keener. Meanwhile, inbounds to Ava Hofer. And into the game, Evelyn Fritz. Also in there as well will be Casey Pika and Chloe Schutte in there. Right side, Ava Hofer. Right wing for three. It's off the back of the rim. They've struggled from outside tonight. And the long rebound picked up there by Casey Pika, but she double dribbles with the basketball, just trying to find the handle on it. The Bulldogs are going to give it back.
Yeah, we're going to have to reset it here, and Vikings going to get another opportunity. Maybe get a chance to cut into this lead, get it down to single digits. Playing from behind this whole quarter.
Echo Cedar inbounds on the sideline, tries to throw it over top, and they do get it inbounds to Boriski. Boriski, nice look underneath. Addie Smeltzer shot, and I believe she's fouled underneath. It's on Blair Winter, and that will be the fourth on Blair Winter. Had her hands straight up, and I know Coach Buchenhagen not at all pleased with that call.
No, Blair Winter was going straight up. She's got some height advantage on Smeltzer there, and he thinks that was pretty clean, but official says, nope, got a piece of the arm on the way up.
So that's a major concern now for MFL MarMac. Free throw, it's off the back of the rim by Ava Hofer. Well, the scoreboard says it's actually on Fritz, but Fritz has 4 fouls already.
Well, and the number up there says Schutte, 25. So maybe it's on Schutte, not on Winter, but either way, looked pretty clean. Smeltzer's got to make this second one.
Second free throw, banks it well long. McKenna Hofer gets the rebound, saves it back to Smeltzer. Her shot blocked by Winter, and there's the fourth foul on Winter. Now this is called because she actually swiped down at the ball.
She did. You know, that time she came through. I still think it was fairly clean because she got a piece of that ball first, but came down after it. That's what got the call. And we're going to shoot a couple more free throws.
That is the fourth foul now on MFL MarMac, so it didn't take them long to catch up. And at the free throw line is Addie Smeltzer for 2. Free throw, it is good. Vikings back within 10. Winter will check out with those 4 fouls as Emma Driscoll comes in. And Winter in double figures tonight offensively.
Well, and remember, Evelyn Fritz is out there. She also has 4 fouls, so she's playing with 4, and I think she's guarding Boriski right now.
And that'll be her job to chase her around as long as she can. Addie Smeltzer's second free throw off the back of the rim. Rebound pulled down by McKenna Hofer, who misses the putback shot, lost it on the way up, misses it again right side, gets the rebound, goes up for the shot, and is fouled again. So the Bulldogs here, in a little over a minute, have committed 4 fouls. 2:46 to go. Both teams in the bonus here in the third.
But the problem is Edco has to take advantage of those opportunities. Make the free throws. Run that out-of-bounds play. Find an open girl. And right now they're just not doing that.
And it will be 2 for McKenna Hofer. And Hofer takes her time at the free throw line, and that one is no good. So the mystery continues for Edco. A 10-point lead for MFL MarMac. And let's see if both these teams can adjust. Do you know what they're doing defensively?
Well, I wonder if one of these teams is going to put a little pressure on the other one and make them handle the ball full court.
Second free throw, it is good. It ain't a work of art so far in this game. 9-point lead as the second free throw made there by McKenna Hofer. And it's a 9-point deficit. Here's Schutte at the center court line. Chloe Schutte, and we've got a jump ball as Chloe Schutte ends up on the floor. Also in there as well will be, I believe, Ava Hofer and McKenna Hofer. And the jump ball will keep it to MFL MarMac.
No, it's going to go to Edco.
Well, taking it out of bounds was Evelyn Fritz, by the way, trying to take it out of bounds in front of the MFL MarMac bench. So it will go to the Vikings on the alternate possession rule. And we are 2.5 in our third quarter. And with it offensively, Ava Hofer knocked away by Driscoll, and Driscoll ties up Ava Hofer. It is a jump ball, and it will go back there to MFL MarMac. So we exchange turnovers.
Exchange turnovers, exchange jump balls. Let's reset it. Put Edco on defense this time. Let's see what the Bulldogs can do.
And inbounds, it will be, again, Evelyn Fritz getting it inbounds to Driscoll. At a standstill right now, 34-25. Pika on the left wing area with the basketball. Pika, again, will bring it back over towards the top, where Olivia Driscoll goes right side to Evelyn Fritz. The left-hander brings it over top of the key and hands it baseline now to Olivia Driscoll, who drives in, gets a step by Eckelceder. They're going to wave off the shot, saying she traveled with the basketball, driving off the left side. Strong move there by Olivia Driscoll, but apparently a step involved.
Well, an aggressive move. It didn't look like a freshman driving there. She looked like an experienced guard attacking that baseline, but they said she shuffled her feet.
Ava Hofer, right side in the offensive end to McKenna Hofer, deep right corner for three. Got it! And the Vikings needing that from the outside. They're back within 6.
And here's a turnover thrown away by the Bulldogs.
Brisky drives in, pulls up, 6-footer in the lane. It's off the back of the rim. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Emma Driscoll has the legs taken out from underneath her. Ends up on the floor along with McKenna Hofer. And the ball goes back there to Edgewood Colesburg in maybe our most physical play of the game.
Oh, my God. It's getting rough out there, and the teams are adjusting.
Inbounds, they throw it in the lane to Addie Smeltzer. Fouled by Driscoll, Olivia Driscoll on the reach in. So our officials calling it tight in this game, and heading to the free throw line will be Addie Smeltzer for 2. Back to the line we go.
And Addie Smeltzer's been there for 4 shots. She's made 1 of 4, so she's got 2 more opportunities here. She needs to start knocking these down. If she's going to play that post and get those opportunities, she's got to capitalize on these free throws.
And again, Addie Smeltzer back to the line. A lot of free throws again here in our third quarter. Free throw on its way there. It is good. So Edco on a quick 6-0 run, and they're back within 5 as Casey Pika checks out Samantha Ruff into the ballgame.
And other than Schutte out there as a post, a lot of guards for the Bulldogs out there, so you'd think they'd be able to take care of the basketball here.
Second free throw on its way by Addie Smeltzer. That one's off the back of the rim. Rebound tipped out of there, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch there by, Boriski. And the Vikings will line up on defense now. They'll get back to their full court pressure as MFL MarMac to inbounds it now.
Yeah, off the ball here like a 2-1-2. Full court pressure.
Boriski plays the middle of it. They got her away from the ball because of those 3 fouls. And now here's McKenna Hofer with a cross check into the boards. And Emma Driscoll will go to the other end where she will be shooting 2. Wow. 90 seconds to go in the third quarter in a game that is grind here to a halt.
Just to give you some perspective, I checked at halftime, and the JV boys game was in the fourth quarter at halftime. Now, shorter quarters, shorter halftime, but they're ready to go. The boys are ready to go. They're ready for the JV girls. And
the JV girls game might be done by the time of our varsity girls game tonight.
Well, I don't think they'll start the JV girls game because they're here.
But they might just send them over to the gym. Free throw, it is good. You only need 5 players to go to the other side. Emma Driscoll misses the free throw. Whitman checks in. McKenna Hofer checks out for the Vikings. This may be a matter of attrition in the fourth quarter as far as foul-wise for both these teams. Second free throw being eyed by Emma Driscoll. That free throw popped in and out. No good. Boriski gets the rebound. Vikings back in the offensive end. Left side to Eckelceder. Eckelceder drives between 2 defenders. Has the ball knocked away. Picked up by Ruff. They turn it over. Try to get it ahead. Ruff does ahead of the pack to Olivia Driscoll. With the ball knocked away there by MFL MarMac, or by Edco rather, getting back defensively.
There's the length of Boriski again. Try to throw that ball over the top. She just goes up with both hands and tips that and goes out of bounds.
So inbounds, back right side to Ruff. And again, Ruff goes into the lane to Schutte. Schutte drives left side, uses that left hand, leaves it flat off the rim, and then good hustle trying to pick up the loose rebound. Our official points one way and says, my bad, we're going the other way. Give the ball to Edco.
Yeah, but he made that call with passion there. We're going to go this way. No, we're going to go this way. They're right on top of it.
So back over to Boriski into the offensive end with a minute to go in our third quarter. And right side, Boriski to Ava Hofer. Open right side for 3 off the side of the rim. Shot no good. It remains a 5-point lead for MFL MarMac. Olivia Driscoll in the offensive end. Right side to Emma in the corner. Ruff. Ruff drives in, pulls up. Little one-handed runner. 8 feet away. Shot no good. Ruff gets the rebound. Saves it over to Olivia Driscoll. Left side for 3. Got it. The young freshman with a huge 3 for the Bulldogs. They lead by 8.
Yeah, under a minute to play here. And Edco had that lead down to about 6 points, but now MFL MarMac extending it again.
And then left side to Eckelceder. In the lane to Boriski. Guarded by Evelyn Fritz. Goes right side, double team, takes a tough contested 8-foot shot. That was outstanding defense by a couple of Bulldogs there. Emma Driscoll now has it in the backcourt. Bulldogs can work for 1, but that may be asking a lot with 20 seconds to go in our third quarter. And right side, left side rather, Evelyn Fritz. Fritz with it. brings it back out on top to Driscoll. In the lane to Emma Driscoll. Left side, Fritz going to take the three. Left wing, banks it well long. Schutte gets the rebound, loses it, picked up by Ruff. Her shot blocked by Brisky. And the rebound pulled down there by Whitman. Brisky brings it to half court. She'll get off the shot, but it banks short, would not have counted anyway. And the third quarter comes to an end. Bulldogs led by 7 at the half. They lead by 8 as we go to the fourth. 37-29.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. Welcome back here to Edgewood. By the way, the third quarter never ended. As it turns out, Boriski was fouled on a half-court heave from center court. The foul not put up on the board, but apparently was fouled, went to the free throw line for 3, and missed the first 2, but made the final one. So it's 37-30, officially is our score at the end of the third quarter. It is not very often you see a foul called on a heave from half court.
No, and we didn't even realize it was happening. We're at commercial, and all of a sudden she's going to the free throw line, and she's going to shoot 3 free throws, but only came away with 1 of 3 of those.
So a point for the Vikings. They'll take it as they missed the half-court heave, which, by the way, did not appear to be in time. But again, she must have been fouled on the way up for that shot. Our trail official is behind the play, and I'm not sure if he made the call on that. But either way, the Vikings will take the point as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. All right, free throw line playing huge again in that third quarter. What do we have for stats?
Well, the Bulldogs went to the line 5 times, made 2 of them, and the Vikings went 11 times, only made 4 of them. So there's a game to be won at the free throw line, and neither one of these teams has really taken advantage.
We start the fourth quarter with Edco with the basketball. Ava Hofer, Eckelceder, Boriski. Also out there as well will be Smeltzer and McKenna Hofer. So we start the fourth quarter for the Vikings. That's again in the offensive end with Ava Hofer. And Hofer brings it right side and goes over to Eckelceder, knocked away, but picked back up by Eckelceder. They go to Boriski in the lane. Nice feed, weak side. They go to Addie Smeltzer. The assist by Boriski drew all the attention. Worked it left side. Vikings climb back within 5 now. For MFL MarMac, you have Winter out there along with Keener, Emma Driscoll, Olivia Driscoll, and Ruff. And Winter, remember, has 4 fouls. Ruff, right side. They go to Olivia Driscoll in the lane to Winter. Her post-up shot, it is up and in. Eckelceder kind of backed away a little bit, but Winter scores down low. She leads offensively there along with Driscoll, and it's a 7-point lead for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, 2 freshmen leading the way there, and it doesn't look like Blair Winter's afraid to continue to attack the basket.
And with it right side is McKenna Hofer. Back out on top to Ava Hofer. Baseline, Addie Smeltzer drives in the lane. A little one-handed runner off the back of the rim. Missed it, driving in left side, and here's the Bulldogs back offensively. Olivia Driscoll goes left side to Winter. Winter drives in, gets a step by Eckelceder. The layup. It is up. It is in. Fouled, count the basket. And the Bulldogs lead by 9.
Well, and Eckelceder found herself kind of at that in-betweener. I got to take one more step to get the charge. If I stay back, maybe I'll just throw my hands up as she goes by, and she ends up making some contact there, so give Winter the extra bonus at the free throw line.
Every time Edco has made a run, MFL MarMac has had the answer. Free throw, it is no good by Winter, leaves it short, and Boriski gets the rebound. And across the timeline, it's Edco. Again, they've been able to get back within 5, but unable to get any closer this second half. McKenna Hofer left wide open, but again now covered. Back left side to Addie Smeltzer. Smeltzer goes right back over to McKenna Hofer. They look in the lane to Boriski, double teamed as she catches it. Feeds it left side, that's McKenna Hofer. Right side actually for 3. Shot bounces twice off the back of the rim, it is no good. There's a foul underneath the basket as Addie Smeltzer going down low there fouled by Olivia Driscoll. That is our first whistle against MFL MarMac. Edco has one.
Hopefully this isn't a sign of what's going to happen here. We had a really clean second quarter after a really messy first. And that third quarter had a lot of fouls in it. We're hoping the fourth quarter's a little cleaner.
Addie Smeltzer inbounds on the right side, unable to get into their inbound set. They throw it over to Boriski, though. She's in the lane, double team. Kicks it over to McKenna Hofer. Goes right side. Addie Smeltzer for three, flat off the back of the rim. And Olivia Driscoll clears the rebound. So we approach 6 minutes left in the fourth. Bulldogs left side to Emma Driscoll and stops her dribble, goes baseline to Keener. Keener moves to the right, takes a post-up 8-foot shot no good. Keener able to save her, rebound back to Emma Driscoll. Back over to Winter. Winter drives in, gets a step by Eccleseder, but leaves it off the front of the rim. Keener gets the rebound off the left side, loses it on the court, and I believe a timeout taken by MFL MarMac. So the Bulldogs maintain possession. They get the timeout. Coach Bugenhagen right on top of that play. 5:52 to go in the fourth. Bulldogs lead by 9.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Valcator on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
5:52 to go in the fourth. 9-point lead for MFL MarMac. And we see this all the time. Girls diving on the court. And the question is, do they have possession? And I'm thinking at least 50 to 60% of the time, they don't.
They're going for it. They're going to get there, but by the time the timeout is called, they haven't gotten it
But
yet.
again, it's a great idea for the coaches because they steal the possession. Olivia Driscoll drives in, a little 1-foot runner out to the left side off the lane, shot no good. Boriski gets the rebound. Boriski quickly in the offensive end. McKenna Hofer right side for three off the back of the rim. Long rebound into the hands of Ava Hofer, who tried to work it to Whitman. Whitman just checked in there for Addie Smeltzer, and the ball kicked underneath. And it will be Edco taking it off the left side of the basket.
Well, and here's the thing with Edco. Boriski takes it out for them, so they can't get the ball directly to her.
And on the inbounds, it's stolen away by Emma Driscoll. She gets it ahead to Olivia Driscoll, drives in, and scores the right-handed layup. Turnover leads to a fast break basket. Double-digit lead again for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, they answer every run that Edco can put together.
And can the Vikings make another run here with 5:20 left here in the fourth? High post area, Boriski. Boriski drives in, takes the shot, but bodied by Cora Keener on the drive in. Foul is on the floor, though.
Yeah, they're going to say this was before she got the shot off, so we're going to take the ball on the left side of the basket here.
And it will be Eccleseder. Actually, it will be Ava Hofer taking it out of bounds off the left side. So coming up at the conclusion of this ball game, we will have for you the Chalk Talk for the boys game, but we'll go through the individual stats. Inbounds, in and out of the hands of Boriski. Eccleseder drives in the lane and traveled with the basketball. So lost her footing, lost the handle on the ball, and the Vikings turn it over again.
Yeah, need to have a stop here if the Vikings want to get back in this. Bulldogs don't have to rush the basket. Work for a good shot here. Burn a little clock. Maybe extend the lead.
Olivia Driscoll at the 5-minute mark up by the volleyball line. And going to take a deep three, 23 feet away. Got it from the left wing. It is the biggest lead of the night for the Bulldogs, now 46-32.
Yeah, up by 14 here, and Edco hasn't had an answer. They're doing a great job bottling up Boriski, and nobody else has stepped up.
And here's the pass, intercepted by Winter. Winter drives in and scores the right-handed layup. It's a 16-point lead, and I believe Edco wants a timeout here with 4:40 to go, and there it is. 48-32, an 11-0 run by the Bulldogs, back in control. Let's take this break.
NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable, fast broadband internet in Northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Luena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
37-30 was our score as we started the fourth quarter. Edco actually scored the first basket to start the fourth quarter, but since that point, MFL MarMac on an 11-0 run, lead by 16 and in control here.
Yeah, and easily in control here, but, we've seen Edco go on a little spurt. They need to have one of those right about now, regain their composure, and then defensively, they got to find a way to stop both Driscoll and Winter, because both of them are lighting it up.
Yeah, big nights as 23 points right now for Driscoll, 16 for Winter. So across the timeline is Ava Hofer to McKenna Hofer on the right side. Feeds it back there to Brisky. Brisky off a pick at the free throw line, loses the handle on it, but able to pick it up and goes left side to Eddie Smelter at the elbow. Works it back out on top to Eckelsteeder. Right side to McKenna Hofer, and they try to go to Brisky, but knocked away. Loose ball picked up there, though, by Brisky. Brisky drives right side, just outside the lane, puts it in from about 6 feet away off the right side. Vikings needing that basket. 4 minutes to go, down by 14.
And you see the Bulldogs slowing things down, setting up an offense. Look to get an open shot here.
And left side, Olivia Driscoll. Tried to go baseline to Keener. Keener catches it. 10-foot baseline shot. Got it from the left side. That's her shot. No doubt about that. And the Bulldogs answer as the Vikings stay in their 2-3 zone. So MFL MarMac certainly can use clock to their advantage.
They can. They're not going to be pressured if Edco doesn't come out and pick them up girl to girl.
And back out on top to Ava Hofer. Hofer hands it back there, and the ball tied up as a reach-in by Ruff. As it was caught by Eckelsteeder, Ruff commits the reach-in foul, and it will be along the sideline area. Our officials said the ball's going to go on the left side, but it should actually be on the sideline.
And the Vikings do not look comfortable in this guard weave offense, just handling the ball.
Casey Pika back into the game. Ruff checks out with 3:38 to go. Inbounds, the pass knocked away, but Ava Hofer picks it up in the lane to Brisky. Brisky rolls from the right side, trying to flip it up there from the left side, but aired it out long. She was too far underneath the backboard. Pika back in the offensive end, on top to Olivia Driscoll. Driscoll drives in, pulls up, 1 foot runner, 8 feet away, banked it long, but tracks down her own rebound, brings it out along the right side for 3, got it! 19-point lead for MFL MarMac. Driscoll kept the possession alive, 19-point lead.
And at some point, if you're the Vikings, you got to realize you got another ball game tomorrow night against a ranked Maquoketa Valley team. When do you call this and go, let's get some substitutes and get some rest?
And MFL MarMac, you play North Fayette Valley tomorrow night.
They have a game too. When do they start putting some subs in?
Brisky off a pick, right side. And again, we've got an offensive foul called on the screen. I believe Whitman called for the foul. Emma Driscoll commits the foul with 2:52 to go. That'll be the second whistle against the Vikings. Brinley Fritz back into the ball game for the Bulldogs. And Cora Keener checks out. But yeah, a 19-point lead. We're inside 3 minutes to go here in the fourth. And MFL MarMac, after being shut down the other night against South Wind, got off to that poor start and had to just climb uphill all the way.
Yeah, kind of the reverse roles, because Edco's been doing that tonight, trying to get back in.
Yeah, they have never led. Edco has never led in this game. Meanwhile, Winter, nice seal drop from the left side, misses the shot, gets her own rebound, but she brought the ball down to the floor, and the senior McKenna Hofer able to reach in, causes a jump ball, and they will take it off the left side of the basket.
Well, you see MFL MarMac working on some different set plays there. Had a nice feed inside to Winter. Just working on a few things on the fly here.
And it will be Emma Driscoll taking it inbounds. And problems getting it inbounds. 5-second call? Nope, there it is. Yeah, that was a good 5 seconds. And a turnover by MFL MarMac on the inbounds.
And that's got to be frustrating because you're in control. Just send somebody over the top, throw it over there. You've got a fresh shot clock. Just get the ball in bounds and run some clock.
And Edco, with 2.5 to go, they still want to finish this ball game strong. Edco's story tonight is Brisky has led them in offense, but that's been most of the offense tonight. And now a timeout taken by Edco. 2:34 to go. It is a 19-point lead for the Bulldogs. Back with the final after this.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Foul as MFL MarMac works it in to the offensive end, or Edco, I should say, but there's a foul on the Bulldogs. That's the fourth foul. If you're MFL MarMac, again, you don't want to do that. Let Edco have any opportunity to score without the clock moving. And with 2:31 to go, Boriski to the free throw line for 2. She has 21 points in this game. Edco has scored 34.
Well, and they're going to say this was on the floor now, and it looked like Boriski was in the air when that whistle blew, so we'll reset it here, and they'll take it out underneath.
Off the left side of the basket, Eckelceder will take it inbounds for the Vikings. So Eckelceder, problems getting it inbounds and has to go on top to McKenna Hofer. Hofer back left side to Ava Hofer for 3, leaves it short. It is no good, goes out of bounds, and it goes back to the Bulldogs. We'll get you what Edco is from the three-point line here coming up in just a couple of seconds. Meanwhile, Addie Smeltzer into the game. Whitman checks out there for the Vikings. But it has been a tough night shooting outside for Edco in this game.
2 of 26 behind the arc tonight.
Backcourt area, Brindley Fritz into Olivia Driscoll, and she ends up on the floor as Boriski knocked it away, but they call foul. And it's called on McKenna Hofer there for reaching around. So that'll be the third foul on Edco. And the Vikings continue full court press. And again, the only thing really left to decide in this ball game is the final score. Fourth foul on McKenna Hofer. And now, by the way, the Vikings are girl-to-girl defense. Across the left side, it is Driscoll back over to Brindley Fritz in the lane to Winter. Knocked away. Good fronting defense by Eddie Smeltzer. Loose ball picked up by the Vikings inside 2 minutes to go here in our fourth.
Yeah, and the Vikings just don't have enough urgency. They need to look to attack a little quicker, not let MFL MarMac get set up in their half-court defense.
And back out on top to Ava Hofer. Right side to McKenna, who takes a 25-footer right side, cupped in and out. No good off the back of the rim. Rebound pulled down there by the Bulldogs. Olivia Driscoll in the backcourt to Emma Driscoll. That's younger sister to big sister, but here's beating the press is MFL MarMac. Winter, nice feed to, once again, Pika running the court well. Scores the right-handed layup. Bulldogs pulling away here in the fourth.
Yeah, you beat that press, that aggressive press, and you get an open look there.
21-point lead with 90 seconds left in the fourth. The Vikings have only scored 4 points this quarter. MFL MarMac has put up 18. In the lane, Boriski, post-up shot, hit it from just off the right block. She's had a tough time getting looks in this second half, and it's back to a 19-point lead as we approach 1 minute left here in the fourth. And again, the Bulldogs zip right through the pressure. Same play. Casey Pika misses the shot. Winter with the rebound. She misses it. There's 4 Bulldogs underneath the basket, and there is a tie-up with Emma Driscoll along with, once again, Ava Hofer. The ball goes back to the Vikings. So that was exactly the same way they just scored on that layup. Same break.
Yeah, same break, same, should have been the same result, but missed the basket, and I'm still questioning that jump ball because it looked like 2 Bulldogs had that, maybe a travel.
Winter checks out, as does Emma Driscoll, likely done for the night. Ruff back into the ball game, and also back in there as well will be Cora Keener. As we're down to 50 seconds left in the fourth, and they go down to, again, Boriski drives in the lane, leaning shot from the left side. It is no good, but she's fouled. And she'll go to the free throw line for 2. That is the 5th foul on MFL MarMac, but she was fouled in the act of shooting anyway. And this, again, will be 2 free throws for Boriski. So Boriski, a little short of her average, averaging more than 26 points a ball game, but has a chance to add on more. Free throw, it is good. She's going to get awful close to that. 24 points right now. And that will be the story in this ball game is supporting cast tonight. I believe the next highest score for them is McKenna Hofer with 6. Second free throw, good by Boriski. That gives her 25, so shouldn't change the average too much.
Right around her average.
And here's Olivia Driscoll. Back over again to Ruff. Ruff, right side to Casey Pika. Takes a 3, right side, leaves it long. Not sure that's what they were looking for. Letting the ball go out of bounds will be Addie Smeltzer. 37 seconds to go. Well, you're up by 17, and they want to certainly get Casey Pika on track offensively, being one of their seniors.
Yeah, they want her give her some opportunities in there as well, and had an open shot there. Try to knock it down.
And we're inside 30 seconds left here in the fourth. Right side to McKenna Hofer. Hofer back out on top to Ava Hofer. Left side to Eckelceder. Eckelceder goes off a pick and hands it back right side. McKenna Hofer in the lane to Boriski. Good fronting defense by Keener. Right in front, able to knock it out of bounds. They'll take it off the right side of the basket. 22 seconds to go in the fourth.
Yep, all that's left here to decide is the final score, but Edco still trying to get a bucket here. Look for them to try to find Boriski inside.
Eckelceder inbounds to Boriski, and now McKenna Hofer back right side to Eckelceder. They go to Boriski on the block. and works it to McKenna Hofer, right side to Eckelceder, who drives baseline, wraparound pass. It is knocked away, but goes back into the hands of Eckelceder. On top, Ava Hofer for three, banks it long. It is no good. Rebound pulled down there by Pika. Pika in the backcourt. She'll run it ahead in the offensive end, back over to Ruff, and Ruff pulls things back, and she'll let the game come to an end. MFL MarMac led by 7 at the half. They were able to extend it there to, again, an 8-point lead at the end of the third. But MFL MarMac finishes strong. They answered every run that Edco made in the second half. And MFL MarMac defeats Edco by a final score of 55-38. With the win, they improve now to 3-1, and Edco drops to 2-3. Back with the team totals after this.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner, supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
This is Dr. Jessica Wilkie, along with Dr. Foey, Dr. Bruner, and our staff here at Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. We are honored to sponsor winter sports and activities for the area schools. We're here to help keep those smiles healthy by providing all areas of general dentistry for children and adults, including same-day crowns, Invisalign, dentures, and implants. We thank our patients for their loyalty for the last 40 years and welcome new patients to join our dental family. Call us at 563-539-4651.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency Monona, Auto Home Business Crop Farm and Life, Smithy's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Vorwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Canarcor Flood Covering in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, The Edgewood Reminder, Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, Kendrick Forest Products, buyers of standing timber, and by Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point.
MFL MarMac girls win at 55-38. We turn things over to Aaron Hammond. Let's go through the individual totals. First off for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs were led tonight by Olivia Driscoll, 26 points. Blair Winter with 16 points. Cora Keener with 7 points. And Samantha Ruff with 2 points. Chloe Schutte with 2 points. Casey Pika with 2 points. 55 points for the Bulldogs.
All right, for, once again, Edco.
The Vikings were led by Lily Brisky with 25, just one below her average. 6 points from McKenna Hofer. Addie Smeltzer with 4 points. Rachel Eggleseder with 3 points.
And again, our final score, 55-38. It is MFL MarMac victorious. A quick break. The Chalk Talk for the boys game coming up next.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank, we empower success.
It's time now for the Bulldog Viking boys game. The MFL MarMac boys come in after dropping 2 straight tough decisions last week. They're just a couple of plays away from being 2-0. They look for a victory tonight. A good opening week for the Vikings as they did go 2-0, getting it done with their defense. They will need the same type of effort tonight. It's game 2 of our doubleheader, a non-conference affair with MFL MarMac and Edgewood Colesburg. The Chalk Talk for the boys game coming up next on KCTN FM 100.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
We begin the Chalk Talk for our boys game. We're joined by MFL MarMac boys basketball coach Eric Detbarn. Coach, your team opening week dropped 2 tough ball games to fall to 0-2. Dropped the game on Friday night to Southwind, 68-62. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, Southwind is one of the better ball teams in our conference this year. I mean, they have the Streeter kids, the Todd kids, and the Winnings kids, and those 3 seniors are pretty tough for any team to match up with. And I thought on Friday night we played a very good ball game on the road. I thought we competed for 4 quarters. We just came up 6 points short.
All right, let's go through starting lineup for your team in tonight's ball game.
All right, at guards we'll start Carter Lightfoot and Tristan Bacon. Forwards will be Karsten Pester and Eli Hansen, and then we'll start Wesley Corlett in the middle.
All right, some of the kids off the bench for you then.
Oh, we'll have Landon Meyer come off the bench for us. Kinnick Corlett will come off the bench for us. Bryce Jones will come off the bench for us, and we'll kind of see where it goes from there.
All right, turning our attention to Edgewood Colesburg, what do you know about the Vikings?
Well, no, first and foremost is they're 2-0, so they are playing pretty good basketball right now. They got a good taste in their mouth. They started off the season well. They like to use their quickness. They'll press us and try to create turnovers. They like to play fast. We're going to have to be able to handle their pressure and play smart in that area. They're definitely going to be a good test for us, especially with their quickness.
All right, keys in the ball game for MFL MarMac then, what do you have to do?
Well, we got to make sure that we take care of the basketball. It's kind of been a trouble for us in the first 2 ball games. We turned over the basketball too much. And then we're going to have to rebound the basketball. We've got out-rebounded in the first 2 ball games, and we've got to be much better in those 2 areas.
All right, the other thing is this is kind of a new-look team, some different guys stepping into different roles this year.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Carter Lightfoot is probably the only one coming back that is basically playing the same role he's played the past 2 to 3 years. Other guys like Eli Hansen, Wesley Corlett, Tristan Bacon all have different roles this year. They're expected to score a little bit more is put on their shoulders, and we just got to somehow feel comfortable in those roles.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thank you.
MFL MarMac basketball coach Eric Detbarn on his Bulldog program. The Chalk Talk continues after this. Hey sports fans, take a time out to call Garms Financial Services for all your insurance needs. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owner Brian Bugenhagen, along with his staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services, located in Elkader and now also in Monona, your trusted choice agency.
Looking for the best suppressors with seamless service? Interested in helping protect your hearing or have questions on the NFA process? Head to Stronghold Corp, your one-stop shop for premium suppressors and unbeatable expertise. Whether you're a seasoned shooter or first-time buyer, we can get the best brands and latest models to fit your needs. Enjoy hassle-free eForms electronic fingerprint processing with our state-of-the-art Cerberus live scan system. Contact us today by heading to stronghold-corp.com for more information. Stronghold Corp, where silence meets precision. Top Gun Customs knows you can fill a deer tag well out of season. If you've tagged that prize buck, pull up to the stoplight at Top Gun in Garnavillo. That's it. Bob and his technicians have been repairing vehicles for over 45 years. We write the estimates, take the photos, and deal with the insurance company for you to ensure your vehicle is repaired quickly and, most importantly, safely. We also have free loaners or rental vehicles. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun to schedule your repair today. 563-964-9899.
We continue the Chalk Talk for our boys game. We're joined by Edco boys basketball coach Justin Olin. Coach, your team a solid start to the season, 2-0, defeated North Cedar Friday night, handled them 73-36. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, it was, we came out a little sluggish on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, I thought we played pretty solid all night. A few things we could have done a little bit better. We didn't move our feet and cut off their dribble drive against our press very well early on, but we improved at that as the game went on. And then second quarter, I really thought we settled in really nice, and our defense cranked up a notch, and that was when we kind of extended the game and kind of got away from there. I believe we ended up scoring 25 in the quarter. So there was just a nice balance between our defense and our offense, and then the guy you can see as the year's going on, we're starting to kind of get used to each other a little bit more and just a little more fluent. And, we just kind of played. It wasn't just one or two guys having a good night. That, we as a team, I thought, had a really good night on both ends of the floor.
All right, let's go through starting a lineup for your team tonight.
Yeah, so tonight we'll start Jack Stager, Jaden Miller, Carson Ingalls at our guard positions, and then our post positions we'll start Carter Batten and McCoy Oland.
And some of the kids off the bench for you then.
Great minutes. Their bench minutes were huge the other night. I got, Cale Helmerich comes in off the bench, Billy Hoffman, Carter Knipper, and Connor Balls have been giving me great minutes this year.
All right, turning our attention to MFL MarMac, what do you know about the Bulldogs?
Yeah, they're going to be hungry. Lost two close games here to Waukon and South Winneshiek, so they haven't got a win yet. So I know they're going to come down here looking to definitely get one. So we're going to have to be ready for their energy, their physicality. They're going to try to play a fast tempo game. So, which I don't mind that as long as we're doing things right and not getting sped up too much ourselves. We're going to have to take care of the ball. We can't give them any easy points, and we're going to have to match their physicality, especially on the glass.
All right, Coach. We look forward to talking to you afterwards. Good luck in the game.
Hey, I appreciate it. We'll talk to you then.
You betcha. Edco basketball coach Justin Olin on his Viking team. The Chalk Talk continues after this.
At Veterans Memorial Hospital, it truly is our family caring for your family. We are one large family with the same goal, to provide exceptional care to our patients and their families. Our staff loves to care for those in their own community and goes over and above to give compassionate care in all areas. Thank you for choosing Veterans Memorial Hospital and allowing our family to care for your family.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Blooms, Flowers, Gifts, and more in Edgewood. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living. J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood. Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland. Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. And Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Welcome back to Edgewood. Welcome back for Game 2 with MFL MarMac and Edco. Now the boys' turn. Our girls' final tonight. MFL MarMac defeats Edco by a final score of 55-38 as they pick up their third win of the season. 3-1. Edco drops to 2-3. We turn our attention now to our boys' game. MFL MarMac, the visiting team, they come in 0-2. There's 2 losses there. 1 point to Waukon, 6 points to Southwind. They look to get over the hump tonight.
Yeah, they're looking to try to get back on track tonight, use this as a game to, maybe fine-tune some things because they've got another tough one tomorrow night. They play North Fayette Valley, so it doesn't get easier for them. And I think Edco's going to be ready for the challenge tonight.
All right, let's talk about for Edco. They're 2-0, and that's a great opening week for them. Defeated East Buchanan and North Cedar.
Yeah, and handled things with North Cedar, a little closer with East Buchanan, but I think the big one in both of those, a lot of defense, really solid defense for the Vikings all the way around. So things looking good on that end. And the offense came alive last Friday.
Yeah, so their offense there, they expect it to kind of be a work in progress, I should say. Edco does. They figure to get better as the season goes on. And that's really the same with MFL MarMac. You've got some kids playing different roles here this year, jumping up from the JV level to varsity. And some of these guys were subs a season ago on the varsity bench, but they're now asked to play bigger roles.
Yeah, a lot of guys having to step in, instead of being that role player, maybe a starter, maybe a consistent guy off the bench. So trying to figure some things out, and that maybe is what attests to that 0-2 start.
Yeah, Carter Lightfoot averaging 23 points a ball game, Tristan Bacon at 10, Wesley Corlett at 10. Meanwhile, for Edco, Jack Stanger at 14 points a ball game, Carter Batten at 12, and Jaden Miller is also at 12 points a ball game. Let's go courtside with our public address announcer and the starting lineups here, as it is once again Kevin Ellsbury with our starting lineups.
Welcome back to Edgewood Colesburg High School for this basketball game between the Bulldogs of MFL MarMac and your Edco Vikings. For your boys' starting lineups for the Bulldogs, number 0, Karsten Pester. And for the Vikings, number 14, senior Carter Batten. For the Bulldogs, number 1, Carter Lightfoot. And for the Vikings, number 20, senior Carson Ingalls. For the Bulldogs, number 4, Tristan Bacon. For the Vikings, number 22, a sophomore, Jaden Miller. For the Bulldogs, number 5, Eli Hansen. And for the Vikings, number 24, sophomore, Jack Stager. For the Bulldogs, number 12, Wesley Corlett. And for the Vikings, number 24, senior McCoy Oland. The Bulldogs are coached by Eric Detbarn and assisted by Michael Moon and Corey Donlin.
And thank you very much there once again, our public address announcer, Kevin Ellsbury, with the starting lineups as we get ready for this boys game tonight here on KCTN FM 100. All right, let's talk about some of the keys real quick.
I think for the Bulldogs, handle the pressure. They got to rebound, and they have to win the turnovers. They've been starting to get into some trouble there. I think if you're the Vikings tonight, you got to value the ball all 4 quarters. You got to defend and rebound, and I think you got to shoot well. Get some inside presence and get some guys to shoot well, and I think you'll have some success tonight.
The big thing is both these teams actually want to get up and down the court. Even though they maybe haven't scored in the 60s or 70s, they really want to get up and down the court.
I think Edco thinks their bench is a little deeper, so they're going to try to hustle up and down.
So Corlett to jump it up for MFL MarMac. It'll be Batten jumping it up there for Edco. Tip is won by Winter into the backcourt, and this game is underway as Bacon tracks it down near side, and Lightfoot brings it across the timeline offensively. So right away, Edco comes out here, and they are going to play zone. High post area, Corlett, right side, Pester, right wing for 3. It's off the back of the rim. Rebound, pulled down there by Hansen. And they work it down low in the lane. It was, again, on the right side, looking for Pester, was once again Corlett, but the pass is errant, and it's intercepted by Edco. Bulldogs come out 1-3-1. And Lightfoot will play the top of that 1-3-1. Right side offensively in the corner, that is Miller. Miller back out on top here now to Batten. And again, right side, it is, again, driving baseline. Stagger has the pass, knocked away by Winter. Winter actually threw it out of the Viking out of bounds in front of the official. He didn't see it, but our side official was on top of it. The ball goes back to MFL MarMac. As, again, Corlett was saying, did you not see that?
Yeah, it was like right there. I went right off of him, and other officials saw it. We got it under control. Give the ball to the Bulldogs.
All right, Vikings will hit him up with full court pressure, 2-2-1. Winter, or I should say Corlett, gets it in the offensive end to Pester. His shot no good. Beat the pressure. Nice job by Corlett driving right side. Trying to feed it down to Pester down low. He'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, he's going to have to earn these at the free throw line. Got fouled there by McCoy Olin. That's his first foul. Good to see him out there. Dislocated his finger Friday night, but he's going to play through it.
And at the free throw line is Pestner for 2. Free throw, it is good. And the Bulldogs strike first, 1-0. Again, a busy week for Edco with Maquoketa Valley, North Lynn coming up yet this week. Same for MFL MarMac, as the second free throw by Pester is no good. They play tomorrow night against North Fayette Valley. And then, of course, they have New Hampton on Friday. Then they play Janesville Saturday at Iowa. Left side, Batten in the offensive end. Brings it back out on top. And they work at left wing area now with Miller. Miller on top to Ingles. And stops his dribble and has to go back left side now to Miller. Miller looking baseline area. Stagger drives in, pulls up on the wing. 10-foot jump shot there along the baseline, rather. Nails it. Vikings the first basket of this game. They lead 2-1.
Yeah, good looking shot there on the baseline. There's going to be room against that 1-3-1.
Pester right side in the offensive end. They get it to Lightfoot. Lightfoot near the center court line now. Again for Edco, extending things defensively in a 2-3. Left side, it is again Bacon, left wing for 3. Got it. First field goal for the Bulldogs is a 3-pointer, and they lead 4-2. Miller back out on top to Stagger. We've played 2 minutes here. And Batten has it deep in the left corner for Edco. On top, driving in, Ingles stops at the elbow, reverses it right side. Miller takes a step, the shot blocked, but I believe the foul going to be called on Corlett. I think he swiped down at it as Miller took it up from the right side.
Yeah, if you're the Vikings and you see this 1-3-1, there's going to be room on that baseline to attack the short corner, or if you can get him up in the air, get into the middle of that lane and attack it below the 3.
And Miller again has 2 for Edco. Free throw, it is no good off the back of the rim. We saw a ton of free throws in our girls' game tonight, and hopefully this one here maybe a little cleaner.
A little cleaner. That game was good hour and a half. We're pushing 2 hours since that game started.
Free throw is good, and it's 4-3, and the Bulldogs' lead is 1. Backcourt area, Lightfoot to Corlett to Bacon now, back over to Lightfoot. And Lightfoot, middle of the lane, goes to, again, middle of the court, try to go to Corlett, but it's intercepted by Miller. Turnover. Meanwhile, they go ahead in the offensive end. Catching it right side is Batten. The shot blocked by Corlett. Right side, here's Miller open for 3. It's off the back of the rim, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Olin in the lane. Hounded, and he goes right side to Stagger to save the possession. Batten along the baseline, wraparound pass, knocked away, and I believe out of bounds was Batten. The ball hit him out of bounds, and it goes back to MFL MarMac as they were digging on the left side of their basket.
Yeah, it came away empty there on the turnover, but Edco staying aggressive defensively, getting those steals again this full court.
And the inbounds pass intercepted by Stagger, and he scores the layup. Hansen tried to go inbounds to Lightfoot, and Stagger just stepped right in front of him in an easy basket on the turnover by the Bulldogs. Lightfoot back left side. They throw it over top. They get it to Bacon in the offensive end. Back right side to Lightfoot. And Lightfoot has it center court circle and will direct the show against this 2-3 zone. Pester in the lane to Corlett. Wrap around pass to Hansen. Misses the gimme, but Pester saves the rebound. Little fadeaway hook shot from the left side. No good. Took it up with the right hand from about 6 feet away. And the Bulldogs come up empty.
2 point-blank looks there and not able to finish.
And left side to Stagger. Stagger back out on top to Batten. Batten with it, stops at the top of the key, and it will be Ingles coming over to help out. Ingles right side to, again, Batten drives in the lane, shot over Corlett that time, just leaves it long off the back of the rim, and Pester gets the rebound for MFL MarMac.
Tried to float that over the top, and he just needs to jump up and shoot that.
Pester in the offensive end, wisely goes back out on top to Lightfoot. Pester plays really on the perimeter, and again, he is a post player at about 6'3". Right side, Lightfoot, deep corner, no good. Corlett got the rebound, fouled as he brought it down off the left side. So Corlett, the weak side rebound, keeps it alive. Bulldogs will take it off the right side of their basket.
Yeah, Corlett crashing the boards there and stepped right in front of an Edco defender. Should have been an Edco rebound, but nobody boxed him out.
McCoy Olin will check out for the Vikings. Their first substitution is number 44 in Cale Helmrichs, the 6'7 senior. Lightfoot in the lane, tries a pass down low to, I believe, Corlett. That time it was, and he was bodied, and I believe the foul called on Stagger as they made a little contact.
Yeah, I think he got his hand on the ball, but I also think he made some contact with that off part of him with his body, so that's where the foul came.
Third foul on Edco. MFL MarMac has committed 2. 4:23 to go here in our first half. Lightfoot tried to go on top to Pester. He catches it. Now over to Corlett. Back left side. Lightfoot open. Deep left corner for 3. Got it from the left corner. Bulldogs retake the lead. It's 7-5.
Yeah, big shot there by Lightfoot. They want to get him started early because he averages about 23 for him.
Ingles back right side to Stagger. Stagger goes over to, again, the right wing with Batten at the free throw line. Stagger cutting back door. Miller stops 10 feet away. Baseline shot leaves it short. Did not follow through on the shot. Pester, the rebound for the Bulldogs. And across the timeline is Lightfoot. Lightfoot beats the pressure, drives in, gets to the hole, lays it up from the right side. Nobody stopped the ball in a 9-5 lead for the Bulldogs.
He went from the logo in the middle of the court to the rack, and nobody stepped in front of him.
So a 4-point lead early. And left side, Ingles with the basketball. Right side to Batten. Batten drives in, takes a little shot from off the right block, misses it long. Helmrichs tips out the rebound to Ingles, who saves it back to Batten. Batten shot blocked from behind by Bacon, but Batten the rebound. Third time's a charm. Nope, leaves it short. Rebound into the hands of Corlett, and the Vikings a number of opportunities there.
Yeah, Batten thought he had a little contact on the first one.
And Lightfoot drives in, double pump layup. It is up. It is in. Fouled, count the basket. And the Bulldogs on a 7-0 run. They lead by 6.
Well, and what's crazy is Lightfoot's getting that ball half court or deeper in the backcourt, and nobody's picking him up. He went coast to coast that time again. Nice looking layup, smooth to the rack, gets the foul.
Pester checks out as into the ball game for the Bulldogs. Their first substitution is Landon Meyer, a 6'3 sophomore. Meanwhile, Edco has brought Olin back in for Helmrich. Second free throw, or I should say the three-point play finished off by Lightfoot. They lead by 7. Baseline area, Jack Stagger, deep left corner for 3. Got it from the left corner. Vikings needing that shot. It's an 8-point lead, and after that shot, they want a timeout. 3:08 left in the quarter. 12-8. Bulldogs the early lead.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
So our first timeout taken by Edco after they make a 3, by the way, to stop the run by MFL MarMac, which was an 8-0 run. So it's back to a 4-point lead right now.
Yeah, looking to get a stop here. We'll look for Edco to turn up the defense once again, full court pressure, try to maybe get those long passes and some steals.
So it will be, once again, Hansen taking it out of bounds along the baseline. And for Edco, they will fall back out of that full court pressure, and they are now going to go what looks to me 1-3-1 with Stagger playing the middle of it. So get right side, Bacon back out on top to Lightfoot. High post area. Corlett right wing to Bacon. He's open. Right side for 3. Got it. He's 2 for 2. 15-8. Bulldogs go back up by 7.
If you get him started early, he can be deadly out there and really hurt you.
And Jack Stagger right side in the corner. Miller along the baseline. Back out on top to Stagger. Stagger left side. They go baseline. Batten has a lane in. Drives. Takes the shot. It was altered. No good. Olin with the rebound. Puts it in from the left side. Followed that up well from the right side to the left. 5-point lead for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, nice job on the offensive glass there, crashing hard, McCoy Olin.
And again across the timeline, Lightfoot to Bacon, high post area. They go to Corlett, who tried to rifle it to the right block from the left elbow, and it's knocked out of bounds. He was looking for Hansen on the weak side.
Yeah, nice hands there, able to tip that away, present the easy bucket.
Lightfoot will take it out of bounds off the right side of the basket. And inbounds goes in the corner. Bacon, deep left corner for 3, short. And the ball hit the side of the rim. Miller brings down the rebound, and I believe he's quickly tied up. And he's tied up there by Bacon. And they're going to give the alternate possession rule to Edco, but our officials are going to talk.
They're going to talk this over because one had a foul, one had a jump. So they're going to talk about what they saw here.
And that conversation continues. And it's becoming a lengthy conversation now. And, yep, it's a jump ball. Our backside official said, I got that call. Don't overrule me. Let's go.
Here we go. So give the ball back to the Vikings here. Looking to get back into this here, cut into this 5-point deficit.
And again, MFL MarMac will pick them up at half court as Stagger across the timeline at the 2-minute mark of our first quarter. Right side, again, Ingles drives baseline, wraparound pass to Olin. Olin triple team, and then is tied up immediately by Bacon. Again, brought that ball down there, and the Bulldogs, great job converging down low.
Yeah, just hesitated a little too long there and gave that guard a chance to grab the ball. So Bulldogs get a turnover out of the Vikings. They're looking to extend the lead here.
And MFL MarMac with Lightfoot will walk it across the timeline. And again, working it right side to Bacon. Ingles, by the way, now playing the middle of the 1-3-1 with Stagger out on the wing spot. So on top, it is Meyer. Meyer, right side to Corlett. Corlett on the right block, spins in the lane on the free throw line, tries to take a little leaner in. The shot no good. Olin got the rebound. Ahead of the pack is Batten. Batten drives in left side, knocked away by Bacon. Picked back up by Batten. Misses the post-up shot there. And a foul committed by MFL MarMac. Just the second whistle on the Bulldogs, but it will be Batten to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, Batten having a tough time tonight, not able to get that ball to go through. Maybe he can get him started at the free throw line. He's going to have 2 opportunities here.
So again, this is, once again, Batten to the free throw line. Free throw, it is no good. We'll get another opportunity. And substitution for Edgewood Colesburg, as into the ball game will be number 42. And that, again, is William Hoffman, his first appearance. Hoffman, a 6'2 senior. Miller will check out. 91 seconds left in the quarter. Batten's second free throw hits the front of the rim, rolls through, gets the kind roll, and it's 15-11. Hansen checks out of the game for MFL MarMac. In there is number 22, Bryce Jones, a 6-foot junior. So, man, these teams have changed quite a bit from last year.
Yeah, a lot of different personnel and, just the rotation a little bit different. They're still trying to figure some things out.
Lightfoot left side to Meyer. Meyer back out on top to Lightfoot. Lightfoot right side to Bacon. Bacon baseline area to Jones. Back over to Lightfoot, who drives in the lane, fakes the handoff there, and he's bodied on the drive in. He faked the pass. Oh, he's called for traveling. Our official put the hand up like it was a foul, then changed it to a traveling violation.
Yeah, well, and he hesitated. He didn't have the fist. It was a hand, so it was a violation, not a foul. I thought maybe he was going to go to the fist, but he says, nope, I got to travel. Let's give the ball back to the Vikings.
Miller back in. Checking out is Batten for Edco. They've had an interesting night, our crew tonight.
It's been something.
And across the timeline is Stagger. Stagger back over to Miller. Miller, again, stops, has to go right side to Ingles. Ingles to Miller. Miller inside the free throw line, pulls up, one-handed leaner, banked it long. That was a good look. Rebound pulled down there by, once again, Bacon. Bacon back in the offensive end. Right side to Meyer, and there's a foul by Hoffman. Reached in with the wrong hand, commits the foul. That'll put MFL MarMac to the free throw line for 2 with 48.9 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, we didn't get to it very early, but we are going to get to the bonus here for the last minute for the Bulldogs anyway. Edco probably not going to get to the free throw line. Only 2 fouls on the Bulldogs so far.
And at the free throw line is Landon Meyer, and the free throw there, it's off the back of the rim. He'll get another opportunity. Helmrichs back into the ball game along with Batten. Ingles checks out, and also Oland will check out there for Edco. 4-point MFL MarMac lead, and Landon Meyer back to the free throw line for 2. This is, again, the bench for MFL MarMac having to step into new roles this year. Meyer's second free throw popped in and out, hit the backboard, rolls right through. 5-point lead for the Bulldogs. Right side, Stagger drives baseline, cut off by Jones, then leans back. The shot, it is up, it is in. Foul, count the basket. And how did Stagger hit that leaner from the right side?
That was a weird angle because he was driving on the baseline, so he's behind the hoop, and he pump fakes, goes up strong, gets himself a good enough angle to get that to trickle in.
All right, so the foul originally was on number 24 put on the board, but now they changed it to number 12, and they're calling, I believe, Corlett for the foul.
Yeah, they got him down for 2 fouls.
And at the free throw line is Stagger. Stagger finishes off the three-point play, 16-14 our score. And to be honest with you, I thought it was Jones.
I did too. I didn't think it was Corlett, but that's the call they put up there.
Back to the 2-3 zone is Edco. In the lane, trying to go to Corlett. It's an errant pass picked up by Stagger. Stagger to Batten. Batten, nice Euro step move. Shot no good, but he's fouled by Bacon as Bacon tried to knock the ball away. That foul called by the center court official. And at the free throw line will be Batten for 2.
Yeah, Batten's going to go back to the free throw line. 1 of 2 his first attempt. Hasn't had a field goal yet, but going to try to get some points here at the free throw line.
Second foul now on Bacon. So that's a concern as Batten's free throw, it is good. 16-15 and a nice little spurt here by the Vikings late in the first quarter. Stagger checks out of the ball game and Ingles comes back in. With 26.8 seconds to go in our first quarter. Second free throw on its way there. That one leaves flat off the rim, and Corlett gets the rebound. So let's see if the Bulldogs decide to work for 1, leading by 1, and now 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Lightfoot, right side, high post area. They go over to Bacon, right side for 3. Got another one. Bacon from the right wing, and the Bulldogs go up by 4. That's his third three-pointer in the opening quarter. Back offensively, Miller. Little chance for the Vikings in the last shot. Ingles left side to Batten. Batten deep 3, step behind the arc, leaves it short. It is no good. Corlett the rebound, throws it the length of the court, but it's well short. And the opening quarter comes to an end. MFL MarMac the early lead here, 19-15. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you're in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and All Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. The Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Myers Auto Service in Monona, and by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door.
We've played one quarter. MFL MarMac leads 19-15. What do we have for stats in the opening quarter?
Opening quarter, MFL MarMac was 6 of 12, so 50% overall, 4 of 7 behind the three-point line, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. They had 5 turnovers. For the Vikings, they were 5 of 15, so 33%, 1 of 3 behind the arc, 4 of 7 from the free throw line, and only 3 turnovers.
All right, so the ball goes to, again, Edco, and it will be Ingles, Oland, also out there Stagger. You have Miller as well as Batten. So left side, Ingles. Ingles back out on top, facing the 1-3-1 for MFL MarMac. Miller on the baseline has the ball knocked away, but able to regroup. Tried to go in the lane and a foul by Pester. Tried to go into the lane to Ingles. Pester reached over top. Pester, Jones, also out there. You have Meyer, Hansen, and Lightfoot as we begin this second quarter. And Edco takes it off the right side of the basket.
Yeah, MFL MarMac's got some decent size out there. They definitely have the advantage over Edco.
Inbounds to Ingles. Ingles back over to Miller. Miller pulls things back and over to Batten. Left side, try to go to Stagger, deflected out of there by Meyer. Good job by the outstretched arms of Meyer to knock it out of bounds, but it stays down here on the sideline for the Vikings.
The Vikings will take it in front of the MFL MarMac Bulldog bench there. And right in front of Coach Detbarn is where Stagger's going to be.
He's got a great view of the baseline area and now moves a little bit around Stagger. And Stagger on the inbounds to Olin. Olin back out on top. And they'll work it right side to Miller. Miller baseline to, again, Batten. And Miller at the elbow drives in but covered. Ingles with it now, left side to Batten. Batten pulls up, left wing, 10-foot shot, leaves it long off the back of the iron. And the ball goes into the hands of Lightfoot on the rebound. Lightfoot drives in the lane, goes by 2 defenders, drives in, and let's see who the foul is against. Lightfoot ends up on the floor. Also, Ingles ends up on the floor, and they say the foul is on the drive in, and it is going to be committed, I believe, by Edco.
And I don't know if he was sure who that was on, but he's going to give that to Carson Ingles. They're going to say that was on the floor before the shot.
All right, so Lightfoot drew contact. He'll take it off the left side of the basket right now. And looks to get it inbounds. Has to go back out on top to Jones, but it's knocked away by Batten. Picked up there by Ingles, but he has it taken away by Jones. Meyer, right side, Pester, deep right corner for 3. Got it. Bulldogs, and it's no surprise. They love the 3-pointers. They're hitting them right now and lead by 7.
Yeah, not afraid to put it up there, and they're making them right now.
Stagger, double team, back over to Ingles. Right side, the ball knocked away by Lightfoot. Lightfoot drives in, right-handed layup, scores it. Steal on one end, layup at the other. Bulldogs lead by 9. And here's Hansen intercepting a pass. And the Bulldogs quickly back in the offensive end with Lightfoot. So back-to-back turnovers by the Vikings. Lightfoot, baseline to Pester. Deep right corner for 3. Nope, shot off the front of the rim. Rebound knocked away, picked up by Lightfoot. It's knocked out of bounds by Stagger. It'll stay down here as the Bulldogs keep possession alive.
Yeah, a little helter-skelter on the rebounds. You got to remember, long shots, long rebounds, and Edco not able to run those down off the missed shots.
And off the left side of the basket, actually towards the sideline, is where Lightfoot gets it inbounds. Back over to Hansen. Hansen tried to feed it back to Lightfoot, but Miller with an easy steal just right there in the passing lane. So Miller in the offensive end, cut off on the baseline, back out on top to Stagger. Stagger drives in, middle of the lane, pulls up, contested 10-foot shot off the side of the rim, shot no good. Miller saves it back out on top, and the Vikings maintain possession. Olin on the wing towards the baseline, 15-footer no good. There's a foul underneath. And this is on MFL MarMac, as Pester gave a nudge to Helmrichs, who just checked into the ball game.
I think that they're going to give that against Hansen. Eli Hansen bumped Helmrichs there, and it was right in front of that bottom official. And he says, nope, can't do that, son. Let's give the ball back to the Vikings.
Stagger will take it off the right side of the basket. Inbounds, Miller catches it on the right block. His shot leaves it short, no good. But Batten gets the rebound there on the air shot. And Olin with it back on the left wing. Back over to Miller. Miller tries to go into Helmrichs. We've got another foul on MFL MarMac. This is the 3rd foul now on the Bulldogs in the first 2 minutes of our second quarter.
And I think they're going to give this one to Carter Lightfoot, just kind of reaching over from behind, and they say bumped a little body there.
So again, getting a little physical here in this second quarter, and that would be an understatement. Miller left side to Stagger. Stagger drives to the elbow, pulls up, 15-footer, partially blocked there by Meyer. He'll let the ball go out of bounds, but it will stay down here. Pester has to go get that ball. He let it go out of bounds, and it will go back to Edco.
Yeah, you get a tipped ball like that, you got to go get that if you're the defensive side.
If you can get to it, you got to go get it. Miller, left side, never assume. In the baseline, Batten, nice pass. The shot blocked by Hansen. A volleyball spike on the outside. Olin picked up the loose basketball, loses it. Picked up by Lightfoot. Lightfoot drives in, and a blocking call on Stagger. Stagger tried to draw the charge, but he was moving as Lightfoot, you knew, was going to take it to the basket. And he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Well, you talked about it getting physical. It's getting real physical. Both ends, a lot of guys swatting at balls, attacking the dribbler there, and I just hope nobody gets hurt out there. It's getting really physical. They're going to call this foul on the floor.
So Lightfoot had, again, stopped the dribble, driving in right side, and now we've got another shoe tie. That's our 4th shoe tie of the year. Again.
That should be part of the preseason. How to tie those shoes, tie them tight, double them up.
Inbounds to Lightfoot on the right side and goes over to Hansen on the inbounds. An errant pass, though, but Hansen able to go get it. Back over Lightfoot, right corner for 3. Got it. Bulldogs again opening up from the 3-point line. They lead by a dozen, and here's a timeout by Edco. 27-15. Bulldogs in the lead. 5.5 to go in the half.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Being good at life means getting your finances in order so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of experience, New York Life Insurance Company offers insurance and financial solutions you can benefit from while you're, well, living. For trusted guidance, contact your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer with your Vision Financial Group, proudly located and serving the beautiful Guttenberg community. Call Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. Start planning today for peace of mind tomorrow. Your Vision Financial Group is not owned or operated by New York Life.
5:28 to be exact left in our half. MFL MarMac starting this quarter on an 8-0 run. They lead 27-15. Vikings use their second timeout. Bulldogs from the outside from the three-point line.
They're 6 of 10, so they're hot, red hot from outside that three-point arc right now. They are 2 of 3 in this quarter, so getting hotter during this quarter.
And they really have gotten open looks from the three-point line.
Yeah, Edco just late to rotate on those open shots.
So again, a 1-3-1 for MFL MarMac. They've been in that throughout. Stagger across the timeline offensively, drives in, bounce pass to Helmrichs from the right block, puts it up and in. Nice entry pass by Stagger. Helmrichs, the ball kind of hung on the rim on the left side, but the 6'7" youngster gets the basket. Back to a 10-point lead for MFL MarMac. Lightfoot, left side, takes a deep three left wing, leaves it short, grazed the bottom of the rim, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Miller. Goes off his hands. It'll stay down here with MFL MarMac. So, and again, happened right along our baseline official, and it will be Lightfoot taking it out of bounds, and they'll move him to the right side of the basket.
And you can hear the Edco faithful didn't like that call, thought maybe there was some contact there, but official says nope, he stepped on the line.
Lightfoot has to go on top to Jones. Jones back over to Pester. Pester on the right wing area, back left side to Jones. He's going to take a three off the top of the key, cupped in and out, no good. Trying to knock the rebound out of there was Hansen. Loose ball, though, picked up by Olin. Olin, good rebounding position. Back in the offensive end is Miller. Miller drives baseline, and he's blocked there by Hansen. And that'll be the fourth foul on MFL MarMac.
And that's going to be Eli Hansen's second foul. So he's got to play a little clean here to prevent getting that third foul.
And again, defensively in the right spot, but just too physical on the contact.
Yeah, just making contact, initiating that contact from the defensive side.
Inbounds to Miller. Miller, again, now he's bodied by Hansen. That's a third foul on Hansen. So if they did call it on Hansen, I believe they did. But we just talked about this, the extra physicality. Yeah, that's the fifth foul on MFL MarMac.
He's in the right position, but he's just forcing the issue with his body.
Yeah, got him with the chest in there. And that will bring back in Corlett to the ball game. And our officials are figuring out that there is 2 free throws here. So the Vikings will only put 2 guys on the line. And I believe Corlett will check in after this first free throw. But a chance for Edco. Now you're in the bonus for 4:43 to take advantage. Free throw, it is no good. He'll get another opportunity. And that Bacon, by the way, also comes back into the game. Jones checks out along with Hansen in those 3 fouls. Olin checks out. Ingles back into the game for Edco.
Yeah, just a strange sequence of events there to put Edco in the bonus because they went that first 2.5 minutes of the second quarter without a field goal, without a point, and now they're going to shoot free throws.
Second free throw, it is good, so it's 27-18, and Edco goes back to the full court pressure, 2-2-1. Lightfoot back over to Pester. Pester, he'll dribble it ahead, and he'll bring it into the offensive end. And back right side to Corlett, feeding it to Meyer, who drives in, left-handed layup up and in. Bulldogs split the press, and they go back up by 11. Stagger quickly in the offensive end. Over to Miller at the free throw line. Wraparound pass intercepted by Lightfoot. Here's a fast break for MFL MarMac. Lightfoot drives in, goes by Stagger, uses the right hand, floated it up there but leaves it short. And the rebound pulled down there by Ingles. Ingles back over to Miller. Right corner. Quickly covered, and back over to Stagger. Stagger just off the top of the key for 3. It's off the back of the rim. Ball hits the top of the backboard, goes out of bounds, and that will be out of bounds once it hit the top of the backboard, and it goes to MFL MarMac.
Boy, Miller got that ball in the corner wide open. Even took a cleansing dribble to let the defender go by. I think he needs to shoot that. He's a good shooter down there.
Hoffman into the ball game for Edco. Olin comes back in, and Batten checks out along with Helmrichs. So backcourt area to Bacon. They beat the pressure. Bacon drives in, feeds it over left side to Pester, puts it on the floor. Shot blocked by Miller. Rebound by Corlett. Saves it back to Meyer. Meyer back in the corner. Lightfoot left side for 3. Heard it out. Meyer got the rebound, but I think MFL MarMac's called for a foul here. And this is one of those silly reach over top, trying to get the rebound there and bat it out, and you're called for the foul.
Well, and we're going to walk the distance of the court here and shoot some free throws. So Edco needs to take advantage. If you want to get back into a ball game like this, knock down free throws, make them pay for the fouls.
And Pester will check out. That is his second foul. Well, we talk about it. This is part of the learning process with some different kids playing this year for both teams. Hoffman's free throw, front of the rim, it is short. Another opportunity. But, again, you can only get by so much with sometimes rec league ball.
Yeah, you got to have some, some structure. You got to find an offensive set here.
Second free throw, no good. Missed it to the right. Hoffman comes up empty. Meyer gets the rebound. Back over to Corlett. Corlett to Bacon. We approach 3.5 minutes here in our second quarter. Bacon, baseline to Jones, who just came back in, to Corlett. Wraparound pass to Meyer. Meyer back over to Lightfoot. And a good rotation there by Edco. And again, left side, here's Meyer open, left wing for three, got it! Another three-pointer by the Bulldogs. Biggest lead of the night now at 14.
Yeah, they're lighting it up from the outside, knocking down big shots.
32-18, things sliding away from Edco in this second quarter. Stagger on top, goes baseline to Miller. Miller with it, and he'll work it back over to Stagger. Stagger tried to go in the lane, intercepted by Lightfoot, another turnover. Lightfoot gets a step by Stagger, left-handed layup, it is up, it is in, fouled, count the basket. 34-18. Bulldogs taking control.
And Carter Lightfoot so smooth around the rim, hangs in the air. He can double clutch that layup and just able to lay it in with the left, get the contact, but still smooth with the finish.
So for Stagger, kind of a double dip there. Turnover on one end, you commit the foul on the other, and now he has some foul concerns with three.
He's got three, so he checked out of the ball game here.
Free throw by Lightfoot finishes off the three-point play, and they lead 35-18 right now. So back offensively is Batten. Batten on top, left sideline now. Inside 3 minutes to go in our half. The Vikings have scored 3 points this quarter. MFL MarMac has scored 16. Meanwhile, Hoffman's shot leaves it short facing the basket. Meyer gets the rebound. So this has happened to Edco in the first couple of games. Some droughts offensively.
Yeah, this second quarter has been a big drought for him, not able to get any consistent scoring.
Jones, deep right corner, baseline to Corlett. Corlett, wraparound pass deflected, but it goes to Bacon in the corner. Bacon takes a contested three left side shot, no good, but fouled. An off-balance three and bailed out by contact.
Yeah, not sure what the defender, you got to get a hand in the face, but you got to stop throwing your body into him too. We're seeing it on MFL side. Now we're seeing it on Edco's side. Just put a hand in the face. That's a tough shot to begin with.
That was the first forced three-pointer that MFL MarMac has taken tonight.
Yeah.
Free throw by Bacon. It is good. This will be a three-point opportunity now. So MFL MarMac dominating the second quarter right now, and they lead by 18. Second free throw, it is no good. He'll get another opportunity. Substitution for MFL MarMac. Corlett will check out. Into the game is number 11, and that will be Kinnick Corlett. So it's West checking out, Kinnick coming in for MFL MarMac. Meanwhile, coming into the game is number 14, Cale Lightfoot, a 6'3 sophomore checks in.
And he must be checking in for Bacon. He's going to wait at the scorer's bench.
And for Edco, number 40, Connor Balls, a 6'1 sophomore, has checked in. Free throw, it is good. Here comes Lightfoot in for Bacon. 2.5 to go. 19-point MFL MarMac lead.
Yeah, they have been slowly pulling away, and Edco has had a long drought of scoring.
Miller, right wing area now, has it for Edco and goes left side now to Ingles. Ingles at the free throw line. MFL MarMac digs in defensively. Miller, right wing, 15-footer, leaves it long. Olin, the rebound, put back no good, but Meyer reached over top. And that will put Olin to the free throw line for two on the foul by MFL MarMac.
And McCoy Olin, gives him a lot of those things that aren't always in the stat book, some of those hustle plays, those positioning plays, and gets a chance there for that rebound. Going to have to earn the points, though.
Free throw on its way by Olin. It is no good, and the struggles continue for Edco offensively with 3 points right now in this quarter. And their leading scorer on the bench in Stagger.
Yeah, Stagger's on the bench with those 3 fouls.
Second free throw on its way. It is good. So their 4th point of the quarter, but it's 37-18 right now. MFL MarMac in the lead. Meyer backcourt to Lightfoot. Lightfoot goes right side to Lightfoot, and that's Carter Lightfoot going right side to Cale. But a reach-in foul committed by Edco, and is that the 5th foul on Edco?
That's the 5th foul on Edco, so we're going to walk to the other end and take some free throws down there.
And again, you've got a reach-in foul there, so I get that. Scored a pass along at the end of the first quarter. Trappola leads Postville 17-11. Don't know if we'll get a final out of that ball game tonight, although I think our odds are good at the way this game being played.
Well, we're going to shoot free throws for the last 2 minutes of the half because both teams are now at 5.
And Cale Lightfoot's free throws off the back of the rim. He'll get another opportunity. And again, A lot of reach-in fouls, over the back type stuff.
Reach-in, body fouls, just grabbing things.
Early in the season, young kids learning. Second free throw by Cal Lightfoot. It is good, 1 of 2. And it's a 19-point lead, actually, again, for MFL MarMac. Meanwhile, Edco tries to go sideline, try to work it in the lane to Balls. It's knocked out of bounds, and it stays down here with Miller off the right side of the basket.
They're going to have to reset here and try to get some kind of score off of the out-of-bounds play.
Inbounds to Balls, back over to Ingles. Ingles on top to Batten. Tried to go left side, deflected. Landon Meyer using those arms, knocked it out of bounds into the MFL MarMac bench, and the Vikings will retake it along the far sideline.
Yeah, they're going to be right in front of the Bulldog bench here and look to get this ball maybe inside, get an easy bucket.
Batten, right side, goes to Miller on the right wing. Again, contested, wasn't going to take the shot. Ingles with it now, back right side to Miller. Miller brings it over top of the key, left wing area to Batten. Batten drives in, takes a tough contested shot, off balance, missed it to the left, and the rebound pulled down by Jones, who throws it away into the hands of Ingles. Ingles to Batten, banks it up and in from the left side. Not sure what the Bulldogs were doing there, but some miscommunication any way you look at it.
Yeah, just having a hard time with this full court pressure in the backcourt. Once they have it broken, they're in attack mode, but they struggle back here in the backcourt.
Meyer to Lightfoot and tried to launch it ahead to Jones and shoots it about 5 feet over the head of Jones. He had no opportunity to climb the ladder to get that one, and the Bulldogs turn it over.
And we're going to have another sub here. Cale Helmrich's going to come back in the game. McCoy Olin will check out.
And again, the Bulldogs lead by 17 right now. And inbounds to Ingles, who's taken over the ball handling duties with Stagger on the bench with those 3 fouls. And in free throw line, it is again Miller drives in, fouled by Kinnick Corlett. Miller getting the ball in the lane, and this is one thing, and again, a sophomore, but he really needs to be aggressive. He can be one of their better scorers.
He can, and I think he thought, we're in the bonus here. I'm going to try to attack. If I can get to the rack and get an easier bucket, great. If I get fouled, go shoot some free throws, but a nice attack mode there out of Jaden Miller.
So at the free throw line, Jaden Miller averaging about 12 points a ball game. Free throw on its way. It rolls over the front of the rim, rolls to the back end, goes through. The Bulldogs will bring in Corlett, also Pester and Bacon as Kinnick Corlett checks out. Jones as well as Meyer checks out of the game. And now we've got another substitution. This is the roll of the dice.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Stagger with 3 fouls coming into the ball game. And Ingles checks out. But at this point, for the Vikings, hoping to make a run to stay in things here in the second quarter. Miller's second free throw, it is good. 38-23. Stagger has to be very careful. And Lightfoot back over to Meyer. Meyer to Corlett. They beat the press. And Bacon wide open on the other end as Pester catches it, banks it too strong off the left block. Rebound pulled down by Corlett, and he puts it back up and in from the left side. Wesley Corlett the basket. Inside a minute to go. Bulldogs back up by 17. Quickly in the offensive end, right side to Miller. Miller to Stagger. Stagger on the right side at the elbow, double teamed, trying to step through it. Now covered, needs somebody to come help him out. Goes left side to Miller. Miller lowers the head, pulls up outside the lane, 10-foot shot, banks it well long. Corlett gets the rebound. The Bulldogs can hold it for one shot, but I don't see that happening as Lightfoot drives to the basket, and Helmrich's over sliding late. Another fast break opportunity. Bulldogs back up by 19 right now.
Yeah, not afraid to run there when Carter Lightfoot can get out and go.
And now we've got a foul. This is away from the ball, and this is what we talk about, the type of games that kids need to learn. It's a push away from the ball, and the foul is on balls.
Foul's on balls, but if that's a player control, we shouldn't be shooting, correct?
The official's going to talk again.
It's a player control foul, so this should be out of bounds. Down here, it should be MFL MarMac Bulldogs ball.
Meanwhile, Kinnick Corlett back into the game as Bacon checks out along with Wesley Corlett. Jones comes back in with 19.7 seconds to go. And Helmrich checks out of the game for Edco. Stagger came into the game earlier, and Stagger's going to the bench as Ingles comes back into the game along with Olin. So we're down to 12 seconds to go. Lightfoot at the volleyball line, and now we've got
screen. Yeah, absolutely.
And this is on Kinnick Corlett. So 10.5 seconds to go, and the Vikings will try to get the final shot, perhaps.
Well, and Kinnick Corlett set the screen, did a nice job, and then he kind of boxed out the defender, and then just kept moving with him. Everywhere he went, he just kind of pushed him, and he can't. You gotta get out of his way.
Stagger quickly comes back into the ball game for Engel. Stagger drives in, loses the ball, picked up by Pester. Lightfoot ahead of the pack, drives in and scores the layup in the closing seconds of the second quarter, and the Bulldogs in control, 44-23, as Miller throws it the length of the court, well short. And MFL MarMac a dominant second quarter. They lead by 21 as we go to the half. When we return, coaching interviews from the girls' game, first half stats from the boys' game. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency Monona, Auto Home Business, Crop Farm and Life, Smithy's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Vorwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Kanakor Flood Covering in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, The Edgewood Reminder, Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, Kendrick Forest Products, buyers of standing timber, and by Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point.
At the half, again, our score, 44-23, MFL MarMac outscoring Edco, 25-8. In the second quarter, they lead by 21. Earlier tonight, the MFL MarMac girls victorious over Edco, 55-30 at the final score. Coach, first off tonight, a tough night shooting from the outside for your team.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, we had a hard time getting our shots to fall from the outside. I mean, they were sagging off a lot to help. They were taking Rachel from the outside and then just packing things in the paint a little bit. So we just needed to get a few shots to hit early to get some momentum, but that just didn't happen tonight.
Well, and this is going to be the story of your team because you know what Brisky's going to do. She had 25 points in the ball game, and she had to work for those 25 points.
Yeah, no, exactly. She really did. I mean, they really, really worked on her. They held her. They were, hoping to get things more going our way. We just had to try to get things more going to her on the move instead of just standing there and we did that very well towards the end there. But, yeah, like I told the girls in the locker room afterwards, I mean, we're going to need those three girls to hit shots. They did earlier in the few games. They were hitting them early, the few games before this, but tonight they weren't.
Well, and I think you didn't mind the shots they were taking.
No, exactly. They were good looks, right? And Ava and Addie and McKenna were hitting a few of those shots the last 2-3 games we had on a given night, but tonight was one of those nights where they just didn't fall for them.
All right, and obviously turnovers were about even in this ball game, but for your team defensively, were you pleased with that effort?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, at times, we were letting that guy our girl slash in the middle on that, and that was giving us fits early on throughout the night. But the biggest thing I wasn't real happy with tonight on our defensive part of it was rebounding the ball. We were just getting outworked there, I felt.
Yeah, and certainly had some offensive boards, but those opportunities were tough to come by as well. A busy week for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. We can't, no rest and no time to feel sorry for ourselves tonight, right? I just told them that, right? Lesson learned, flush that one. We got a big game tomorrow night with Mac Valley and then North Lynn on Friday.
And so, again, you're facing, in all likelihood, a couple of ranked teams, but also a special event taking place tomorrow night. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, the community really rallied in and behind, and the team, the basketball girls really wanted to do something for Rachel as well on a night, so we chose this Tuesday night with Mac Valley. Mac Valley reached out to us, wanted to know what they could do for us, so they ordered shirts, and they're going to wear Rachel's shirt with us, and they were going to help out with tomorrow nights too, so we're having an auction, so if anybody out there, they can come out tomorrow night and help support Rachel that way. We'll have a live auction with some baked goods and stuff as well, and the concession stand stuff will go towards Rachel as well, and some raffle that we're doing throughout the night, so it's going to be a big night for Rachel.
Yeah, absolutely. Rachel Eckelceder, of course, dealing with Hodgkin's lymphoma, but tough kid. She went through chemotherapy on Thursday, hit 7 3-pointers on Friday.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, you can't say enough for her, and I'm glad she's able to play because, I mean, she needs basketball, and we need her in basketball, and just the team does, and it's just it's just the kids really rally around her, and it's a good group of girls I have.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you the rest of the week. We'll catch up with you guys.
All right. Nope. Sounds good. Thanks.
Yes.
Dan.
Once again, Edco basketball coach Steve Putz talking things over there about his Viking team. They dropped a 55-38 decision. Quick break. We'll be joined by MFL MarMac girls basketball coach Brian Bugenhagen when our halftime show continues after this.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
At the half, MFL MarMac leads 44-23. Earlier tonight, the MFL MarMac girls victorious by a final score there of 55-38. We're joined by Bulldog basketball coach Brian Bugenhagen. Coach, you talked about Southwind being the more physical team the other night. Did you like the physicality you played with in this game tonight?
At times, I think we want to be physical. We want to set the tone, but also we don't want to make silly fouls. And at times, I feel like we do that. It's maybe some of our youth on our team just trying to get familiar with how the game's going to be officiated. But I thought at times we did a good job of kind of setting the tone in this game.
All right, obviously you're led by your freshman again. Let's start with Olivia Driscoll, 26 points to lead you.
Yeah, I mean she got going and hitting some threes and getting into the lane and disrupting what they were trying to do defensively and looking for others, and she can do that. She can fill it up.
All right, Blair Winter again battled foul trouble, but still 16 points.
Yeah, and the thing is, we feel like she's just close to being really really good. Not that she's not, but getting in spots and identifying when she has opportunities to score the basket.
All right, Cora Keener gave you a big lift with 7 points.
Honestly, I thought Cora Keener played a really, really good game, both defensively and offensively tonight, rebounding the basketball. She started out on the Brisky girl, and I thought she did an excellent job tonight.
And not only Keener on the Brisky girl, she got 25 points, but had to work at it.
Yeah, and, she's going to get hers. I mean, everything runs through her. You just try to limit her touches and do the best you can and make her work for that. And I mean, she just does not stop. She's a great player.
All right, quick turnaround tomorrow night, North Fayette Valley.
Yeah, have to go and watch some film. I'm kind of superstitious. I don't like to look too far ahead, but so I'll be working on that tonight. But yeah, I mean, the Upper Iowa Conference game. We need to continue to set the tone. We're tied for the lead in the conference, and we want to continue to do that. So.
All right, Coach, we'll talk to you before tomorrow night's ball game. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you, guys.
MFL MarMac basketball coach Brian Bugenhagen, girls coach, talking things over about his team. Victorious earlier tonight, 55-38. When we return, first half stats, second half action. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
Getting to the age of 55 may have earned you wisdom, but Central State Bank thinks you should get something more, like a checking account that earns you interest. We believe you've earned the right to avoid fees for ATM and debit cards, wire transfers, cashier checks, and insufficient funds transfers. Call or visit Central State Bank today and ask about our Classic 55 checking. It's time you've got what you earned. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Blooms Flowers Gifts and more in Edgewood, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Rockwire Appliance and TV, the home of quality service with the lowest price guaranteed in Prairie du Chien, Waukon, Decorah, and Viroqua. Iowa. Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland. Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. And Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. 44-23 our score. Bulldogs in the lead. Let's go through the first half total, starting with MFL MarMac.
For the Bulldogs, they're led by Carter Lightfoot. He's at 20 points. Tristan Bacon with 11. Landon Meyer with 6. Karsten Pester with 4. Wesley Corlett with 2. And Cale Lightfoot with 1. 44 points for the Bulldogs. They shot 54% in the first half. 7 of 14 from behind the three-point line. 8 of 14 inside the three-point line. And 7 of 11 for 64% from the free throw line.
And so this is an offense that obviously, from what they did last week, but you could see some signs coming against Southwind. They got into the 60s, and they want to play that kind of tempo. Let's go to the totals now for Edgewood Colesburg.
For Edco, they're led by Jack Steger. He's got 10 points. Jaden Miller's got 4 points. Carter Batten's got 4 points. McCoy Olin with 3 points. Cale Helmerks with 2 points. 23 points for the Vikings. They shot 26%, 1 of 4 behind the arc, 6 of 23 inside, and 8 of 15 from the free throw line, 53%. Both teams with 9 turnovers, so even there.
All right, so again, our score, 44-23. The difference in this ball game, obviously shooting. MFL MarMac getting shots, but the big thing is they're getting open shots.
Yeah, absolutely. They're open three-pointers, so they're knocking them down. They're good shooters. You got to get a hand in their face and prevent that from happening.
If you're MFL MarMac here, you lead by 21. Again, you want to continue to control this ball game and continue to play good defense. If you're Edco, you look at this deficit saying, can we get back within single digits, maybe 10 or 11 as we go to the fourth quarter to put ourselves in a position maybe to make a run?
Well, they've got the ability to do that. Defensively, they can, force the issue, maybe get some turnovers, get some runouts, but they got to make shots and they got to make free throws.
All right, another score to pass along. Tripola leads Postville at the half, 33-27. By the way, we will probably get a final of that ball game before we're out of here.
We might, the way things have been going.
Good game going on at Tripola tonight. That's the only game we're following. And with it is MFL MarMac to start the second half. Hanson, Corlett, Pester, Lightfoot, and also Bacon out there. High post area, they go top of the key. That's Lightfoot for 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound tracked down by Corlett, keeps another possession. Back over to Lightfoot, drives between 2 defenders, tumbles to the court hard, driving in right side as he got up in the air and again was bodied. He'll go to the free throw line for 2. You hold your breath. Looks like he's all right heading to the free throw line.
Yeah, up in the air and kind of lose your footing, go down hard like that. You always worry. Make sure you didn't hurt anything.
Well, and that's the big thing. You tumble on the court there and you worry about your head getting into that area there on that hard floor. Lightfoot's free throw, it is good, but he was able to get back up and go to the free throw line. So our first whistle of the second half, and I believe we passed along all 5 that are out there for the Bulldogs. Meanwhile, it's Olin, Batten, also out there Miller, Ingalls, and Stagger. Second free throw good. Bulldogs doubling up Edco right now, 46-23. Stagger in the offensive end as they're on the sideline break, but a good job by MFL MarMac getting back. Left side, Stagger with it, goes on top here. Hanson playing the top of that zone. Olin at the free throw line, right side to Miller. Miller stops, goes underneath, intercepted by Lightfoot. Lightfoot tips it away. Corlett actually picks up the loose ball. Lightfoot steps, fires up the 3. It's off the back of the rim as he goes down to the other end, confident as a shooter. Meanwhile, they throw it away as Batten tumbles to the court. As Ingalls tried to lead it in the offensive end, I think Ingalls felt maybe there was some contact there, but not the case.
I think he just got his feet kind of tangled up and went down.
All right. By the way, it will be Edco now. Full court pressure here. They've done this a couple of times in the ball game tonight. MFL MarMac's done a decent job of beating it, and here they do again. It is a left side to Pester who bobbled the pass back over to Hanson. Hanson on the baseline pulls up, 15-foot wing shot. It's off the front of the rim. Shot is no good, and the rebound pulled down there by Miller. Right side to Ingalls. Ingalls works it back to Stagger. Remember, Stagger has 3 fouls. Baseline to Batten, pulls up, little shot from outside the lane, misses it. Ingalls comes in and gets the rebound, saves it over to Stagger, right wing for 3, it's off the back of the rim. Batten again keeps it alive, steps through between 2 defenders, and banks it off the glass. Hustle rewarded for the Vikings.
Yeah, nice offensive rebound, and here's a steal or tip by the Vikings, not able to pick it up.
Lightfoot beats the pressure, drives in, flips it up, stumbling out of bounds, and got it to go through. He was hoping for contact, but 48-25, an aggressive move there. Miller back in the right corner for Edco. And back to a 23-point lead for MFL MarMac. In the lane, Miller forced the shot, but somehow gets it to bank in. Just on the right side of the lane, able to get his way in there. And it's again 48-27.
Athletic move there by Miller, getting some space.
Hansen beats the pressure, fires the three, and misses it long. So quick, fast break opportunity there, and they decide to go for the three-pointer. Stagger back right side. It was a 2-on-1 fast break possibility, but again, you look for the shots. Back out on top, it is Stagger. Stagger with it, right side, high post area to Oland. Oland at the right block, back over to Stagger. Stagger cut off as the Vikings here, a little better offensively as they get it to Oland on the block. He drives in, shot blocked by Corlett, got a piece of it. Then we've got a jump ball or a foul as a couple of players are tied up underneath. And I believe they're going to call the foul there. Is this on Edgewood Colesburg?
I think so. I think they're going to call that on Edco.
And that would be our second foul of this quarter.
Second foul. I think they're going to call this against
Batten, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. So that is the second whistle against the Vikings. And inbounds to Hansen. Hansen back to Lightfoot. Lightfoot back over to Hansen. Good job getting the high pass there. Back over to Lightfoot. Got some time, but he's able to get it to Hansen across the timeline. Hansen back into the offensive end. Works it back over to Lightfoot. And a good job by the Bulldogs. They've really handled this pressure tonight. Edco looking to trap out of their 2-3 zone. Right side, Bacon takes a step, moves over to the left, fires up the three. It is long, no good. Hansen saves the rebound off the head of Stagger. Good hustle by both those kids. Out of bounds, and it stays down here with the Bulldogs. The one thing you notice about MFL MarMac shooters, not much following the shot, is there?
No, it's just kind of there and
heading back down the court.
But they are not afraid of shooting it, that's for sure.
Pester in the lane to Hansen. Covered, kicks it over to Lightfoot. Left side, fires up the three and leaves it short at the side of the rim. And the rebound pulled down by the Vikings. Back offensively, Miller. Miller beats the pressure. A nice feed over to Ingles. Ingles right-handed layup, too strong. It was a nice entry pass by Miller, but Edco comes up empty. Bacon in the backcourt. Brings it in the middle of the lane there to Pester, middle of the court. Pester goes left side to Corlett. Corlett, reverse layup, dollar move, nickel shot, leaves it short, and the rebound pulled down there by the Vikings. Back over to Stagger, takes a little runner, 15 feet away, no good. Miller misses the putback on the left side, and it's a little ragtag right now as the Bulldogs here get back in the offensive end with Lightfoot.
What'd you say about rec league defense? We're getting into rec league offense now.
Lightfoot back over to Pester. Pester back over to Bacon on the left wing. They'll work it back over to Lightfoot. We approach the halfway point of our third quarter. Really no change as MFL MarMac's been in control. Corlett puts it on the floor, drives in, gets to the left side, fouled on the drive in, tried to use the right hand, driving over to the left side. And that's where, with Corlett playing more major minutes this year, use that length and get to the front of the basket.
Yeah, sometimes he tries to finesse it or over finesse it. Just go strong. Get to that front. Get that finger roll up there. You're probably going to get a foul.
And free throw by Corlett. It is no good. He'll get another opportunity. But again, you want to be strong with the ball. And checking back in is going to be Hoffman for Edco. Checking out is Batten. But again, you just want to be fundamental. Second free throw by Corlett. Misses them both. They come up empty. Hansen loses the ball off the hands of Hoffman. It'll stay down here with MFL MarMac. And I get everybody wants to make the pretty move, things like that.
But what it really comes down to is putting the ball in the basket. It doesn't matter how pretty it is, how ugly it is. You're about to score points.
It's the same amount of points. Corlett, nice spin move, goes right side, uses that length. A spin move as he put Oland into the washer there, and it's 50-27, Bulldogs in the lead. Back over is Stagger. Stagger bounce pass, nice feed to Oland. Loses the ball though, but a reach-in foul committed by MFL MarMac. Just the first whistle on the Bulldogs here in the third.
Yeah, first foul there by the Bulldogs. Edco's sitting at 3, so hopefully we don't get into that bonus, but got to clean it up a little bit out there.
Landon Meyer in, and checking out will be Pester. Pester has those neon orange shoes. Is that orange?
I think they're pink. I think they're fluorescent pink.
All right, inbounds. They go to Stagger, try to go in the lane. Loose ball in the court. It's picked up there by Miller. Miller tried to save it on top. Stagger and Hansen end up on the floor. Please call a jump ball. We do. We avoid any more contact down there, and it will be Edco's ball off the right side. Are those really pink?
They're fluorescent pink, I believe. Yeah.
All right. Inbounds to Stagger. Stagger left side. Goes to Miller on the left wing. Miller outside the lane, 12-footer, over the outstretched arms of Corlett, no good. Hansen got the rebound, did not bring that ball up high. He's tied up by Olin. Let's give it back to MFL MarMac. So 50-27, Bulldogs led by 21 at the half. It's 23 right now. And the big run in the second quarter for MFL MarMac, 25-8 run.
And it hasn't been answered thus far by the Vikings.
Hansen tried to flip it underhand over to Meyer, but right to Miller instead. Stagger pulls up, 12-footer, right side, spins in and out. Miller the rebound, put back, blocked out of bounds by Bacon. Good help defense on the left side there, and it stays down here, though, with the Vikings. Been that kind of a shooting night for Edco, as Stagger had a good look.
Yeah, good look, rimmed out, and Miller with a nice rebound, but he gets blocked close to the basket.
And of the left side, inbounds to Miller, back to Stagger. Stagger in the left corner will now bring it on top to Ingles. Ingles back left side to Stagger. Stagger stops, takes this jump shot over the outstretched arms of Corlett. Good straight-up defense there by Corlett, but a tough shot hit by Stagger. And the Bulldogs here, the lead is 21. Meanwhile, Meyer has the ball knocked away, picked up by Hansen. Hansen drives in, bounce pass over to Corlett, lays it up with the left hand. That's how you draw it up. Bulldogs back up by 23.
Yeah, attacked at that time with the 2-on-1 instead of taking the 3.
Ingles back over left side to Miller. Miller back over to Ingles. Inside 2:45 left here in the third. Stagger back over on top here. Goes left side to Miller. Miller, lane to the basket, drives in, shot over Lightfoot, no good, but Miller got his own rebound, stayed right with it, banks it up and in. Vikings back-to-back baskets. It's been a while since we've said that in this ball game, but a positive for Edco. Lightfoot, sideline, goes to Hansen. They beat the pressure. Hansen drives by, lowers the shoulder, and he's bodied by Olin driving in. That's the fourth whistle there on Edco. Been a little cleaner played this third quarter, a bit anyway.
It is, and we talked about the body fouls, but that was a good, good situation where McCoy Olin bodied him up because he knew there was an unguarded defender or offender behind him. So get that foul, prevent that 2-on-1, make him reset.
Batten back into the game along with Helmrichs. Inbounds, rolling to the left side there is Corlett, who takes a step back 6-foot shot, leaves it short. And it is Meyer the rebound, trying to save it middle of the lane, but it goes into the hands there of, once again, that is Batten. Right side, Stagger for 3, shot no good, stripped by Bacon on the way back up. Bulldogs back in transition, and Lightfoot blows by everybody and lays it up from the right side. Stagger with those 3 fouls stayed away. Did not try to initiate contact. Back to a 23-point lead for the Bulldogs.
Smart play by Stagger not to get that fourth, but gives up an easy bucket there to Lightfoot.
Batten right side, and they'll work it back over here now on top with Miller. Miller at the free throw line, bounces it left side, intercepted by Bacon. Here's another fast break. Bacon drives in, fakes the pass, takes it up with the right hand from the left side. Good job there by Bacon. Again, freezing the defender. 25-point lead.
Well, and Edco's kind of getting hesitant on jumping on that because they've been calling a lot of fouls. And here's Carter Batten for 3.
Left side, got it. So the Vikings hitting a three-pointer. Good sign there for Edgewood Colesburg.
Yeah, just not a common occurrence there out of Carter Batten, but able to knock down the 3.
And again, they beat the pressure. Hansen's layup from the right side, it is good. They have handled this pressure with ease much of the night.
Yeah, they've looked pretty calm, collected in this pressure and able to score, not just beat it, but score off
Stagger drives baseline, gets to the right side, shot blocked from behind by Corlett. Bulldogs back the other way. Here is Lightfoot, drives left side, takes a tough shot, leaning in, no good. Corlett the rebound, brought it down, and he's tied up immediately by Batten. It is a jump ball that gives it back to Edco. 52 seconds left in the third.
Yeah, just kind of helter-skelter there, but again, Edco trying to keep Lightfoot from going to the rack and able to make that a tough shot and didn't secure the rebound, so we ended up with a jump ball, but Vikings will remain possession.
Hoffman out of the ball game. Olin comes back in. Actually, correction there. Stagger checks out as well. And into the game is number 30, Carter Knipper, another sophomore. So the Bulldogs continue 1-3-1. Left side to Batten. Batten works it to Knipper. Knipper down in the lane to Helmrichs and reaching over top there. We talk about rec league defense. There it is, reached over top. And the foul called there on Corlett.
Well, you're out of position because you're on the backside. You don't have that half turn, and you just kind of stick your arm through their armpit. Well, that's going to get a call every time because you're not in good defensive position there.
So 34 seconds to go in our third quarter. Inbounds to Miller. He's free. Right side launches a 3. A step behind the arc. It is no good. Bacon the rebound. Long shot, long rebound. Bacon drives in, feeds it back to Hansen. Falling backwards, misses the shot, but he draws contact there. And Bacon, unselfish there. Hansen to the free throw line for 2. 25 seconds to go in the third.
Yeah, the senior Eli Hansen, he's only got 2 points tonight. Averages about 8 points, 5 rebounds, but he got in foul trouble early in the game. Has been playing clean since then, still has those 3 fouls.
Free throw by Hansen. It is in and out. It will be no good. He'll get another opportunity. Hoffman into the game. Olin checks out. And for Hansen, just happy to be back after that injury during a football season.
Yeah, got dinged up in football, was out for, the second half of that season, but good to see him back in shape here.
Second free throw good, 1 of 2. 25-point lead for MFL MarMac. Batten goes underneath the lane to Helmrich, intercepted by Corlett, who saves it out of bounds back to Lightfoot. And the Bulldogs back in transition. Lightfoot takes it to the hole, uses the left hand, shot no good. Rebound pulled down there by Miller, and the Vikings go back the other way. Miller drives by, nice job by Helmrich, kind of sealing the guy behind him, and he lays it up and in, 59-36. 4 seconds to go. Bacon in the backcourt brings it just inside half court, stepped out of bounds with 0.6 seconds to go, and it will go to the Vikings. So Bacon was going to take about a 30-footer, but it was well short anyway. And the best thing the Vikings can do, they'll just get it inbounds, and the third quarter will come to an end. 59-36, Bulldogs in the lead. Miller gets it inbounds there to Knipper. Knipper will take a half-court heave on its way. The shot is no good anyway, as he missed it to the left. There was less than 0.7 seconds left. And the third quarter comes to an end. Bulldogs lead by 23 going to the fourth.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping in to Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona. Furniture Showcase and Old Wine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Bacon Concrete in Postville. Car Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com. Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah. The Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader. Myers Auto Service in Monona, and by Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door.
We go to the fourth quarter. MFL MarMac leading by a score of 59-36. They outscored Edco 15-13 in that third quarter. Let's go through the shooting stats in quarter number 3.
The Bulldogs were 6 of 15, 0 of 5 from behind the arc, 3 of 6 from the free throw line. The Vikings were 6 of 19, 1 of 4 behind the arc, and they did not shoot a free throw.
We start the fourth quarter, and this is great. The official put the ball down because both teams were still in the timeout. MFL MarMac inbounded it to Lightfoot, but he was in the offensive end, and MFL MarMac started to go towards the street side up here at Edco, and that's over and back.
Yeah, they were attacking Edco's hoop and ended up with an over and a back.
So 3 seconds in, we have a turnover. Been that kind of night, I think. Baseline, they get to Olin on the right block. His shot uses the left hand. It is no good. Corlett and Olin tied with the rebound. We got a foul or a jump ball?
We've got a foul. He's got a fist up. That
right.
should be a foul.
So let's not get into the bonus here in the fourth quarter. We've got 2 games tomorrow night.
We certainly do, and we're going to see these Bulldogs again tomorrow night, but they're putting up plenty of points tonight. We expect to see the same tomorrow night.
Yeah, North Fayette Valley, MFL MarMac tomorrow night. In the corner, that's Ingles, deep left corner for 3. It's off the side of the rim. Hansen knocked out the rebound, but into the hands of Balls. So Balls left side to Ingles. Ingles back over right wing to Stagger. Stagger pulls up, bank shot, 8 feet away, banked it too strong, no good. Hansen gets the rebound. Hansen, Lightfoot. Also out there is Bacon. You have Corlett, and as well as Meyer. Meanwhile, they beat the press again. Hansen, another assist as Corlett slides in from the left side and uses the right hand. 25-point lead for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, definitely got things in hand, and Vikings just trying to find some kind of consistency, some kind of positives to take out of this fourth quarter.
Knipper, also Ingles, Stagger out there, Balls, and Oland for Edco. Stagger at the free throw line. Left side, that's Knipper. Open left side, fires up the 3. Got it. So the Vikings get the 3-pointer there, and it's 61-39 inside 7 minutes left in the fourth.
And trying to turn up the pressure a little bit just to force the issue, but MFL MarMac handles it again.
Edco tonight, they know what type of team they've got to be, and defensively, they've had a tough night tonight. They have to really hang their hand on the defense. Meanwhile, Lightfoot left wing for 3, no good. Hansen the rebound, put back, no good, but he's fouled by Balls. Hansen to the free throw line for 2. This is an Edco team that has to win games that are going to be played no higher than the 50s.
Yeah, they really want things to start with their defense, and their defense just wasn't there tonight, especially full court. MFL MarMac beat them time and time again, got open looks, so they need to turn up that defensive pressure a little bit, especially in the half court. Hustle back, get in that half court defense and start preventing something.
All right, the foul committed by MFL MarMac. And it says in the scoreboard it fouls on number 40, but there's not a number 40 on MFL MarMac's roster.
That was on balls. That falls on
that
balls.
I was correct. Might be the first time tonight we actually got that right. And the free throw on its way by Hansen, it is good. 62-39, 1 of 2 made there by Hansen. Left side to Stagger. Stagger on the offensive end, steps between 2 defenders, gets to the left side, but leaves the shot short. Gets his own rebound, put back, ulted from behind by Corlett. I think Corlett's going to be called for the foul over top. What do you think?
I'm guessing.
Well, the way Corlett's heading to the bench, like he is done for the night, that would be foul number 5 on Corlett.
That would be, yes.
Yep, so guilty party there. And again, this is part of what we talk about stepping into bigger roles this year. They're going to need a kid like Corlett on the court with his length.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if this is a close ball game, you're 6.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, you want him out on the court because he ran the court nicely, worked hard on the inside, but you can't do that on the bench.
Stagger's free throw, it is no good. 8 points in this ball game tonight, by the way, for Wesley Corlett. And Stagger trying to get 1 of 2 at least here. 62-39 here in our fourth quarter. I want to pass along a Postville Tripola score as the free throw on its way by Stagger is good. 1 of 2, 62-40 our score. I mentioned this earlier, but Tripola leads Postville again at the half, 33-27. In the offensive end is Lightfoot. Lightfoot at the top of the key, goes right side to Bacon. He's open, but quickly goes baseline to Jones. A heady decision. Go ahead and work some clock. Lightfoot on top, left side to Hansen. Hansen to Pester, trying to back his way down. Takes a step back 10-footer, falling away over the 6'7 Helmrichs, and there wasn't no chance. Back in the offensive end is Ingles. Ingles drives in, knocked away by Hansen, picked his pocket. Bacon actually picks up the loose basketball. Bacon drives in, and he'll bring it back out on top there now to Lightfoot. So back over right side. Nice feed from Lightfoot to Jones, but the shot blocked by Helmrichs. Helmrichs back-to-back blocks defensively. Meanwhile, they throw it ahead, and Lightfoot intercepts it. Back the other way goes Lightfoot. Steps by 2 defenders, lays it up and in from the right side. And Lightfoot having a night offensively for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, just having a wonderful shooting night, attacking that glass and finishing smooth.
In the lane, Olin saves it over to Helmrichs. His shot outside the right block gets off the back of the rim. Lightfoot got the rebound. Olin comes over back, over the top. And that's the second foul on Edco here in our fourth quarter. So substitutions, and again, both teams play tomorrow night, so you figure we'll see more of this. Knipper checks out along with Oland. Into the game is Ingles, and also back into the game is Miller. Meanwhile, for the Bulldogs, checking out is Meyer, who was just in momentarily. Jones back into the game. Kinnick Corlett also coming into the ball game for Hansen. So the Bulldogs with it. To Kinnick Corlett. Off the right block, drives in, loses it, kicks it along the baseline to Pester. Pester along the baseline, pulls up on the wing, 15-footer, aired it out long. Rebound picked up there by Ingles. Ingles tried to go ahead, deflected by Lightfoot. In the hands of Miller. Miller to Batten. Batten's right-handed shot, no good. Gets his own rebound, put back, blocked from behind by Pester. And the Vikings come up empty. Back into the offensive end is Lightfoot. Crossover dribble, leans in from the left side, uses the right hand, floating to the basket. He had 30 the other night, 28 now tonight.
Yeah, he's having a similar night as he did the other night, and in a winning effort tonight instead of that loss.
And right side, it is Batten on top to, again, Stagger goes baseline. Miller, 15-foot shot off the back of the rim. It left it flat, actually. Rebound by Pester, but again, they want Miller to take as many shots as he can when he's open.
Yeah, he's a nice shooter. He's got a good-looking shot, and just needs to shoot that with confidence, get some elevation.
Pester with it back out on top to Lightfoot. Backdoor goes to Jones. He's covered. Try to go left side to Bacon. It's deflected out of there. Ball picked up by Jones to Lightfoot. Free throw line, 15-foot jump shot, leaves it short. And the rebound cleared to the right there by Stagger, who throws it ahead, and it's intercepted again. Bacon, 25 feet away, left side on the arc. Shot no good. Pester, the rebound, brought it down, and you're asking for trouble. And Pester on the loose ball in the court is tied up. I believe we should have a jump ball, and they're going to call a foul here?
Yep, they're going to call a foul, yep.
So the foul committed against Edco. That is the third foul. 3:57 to go here in our fourth quarter.
And I think if that's against Steger, that's going to be is that his fifth?
And it is on number 20.
He went to the bench. He didn't look real happy going to the bench, but just a substitute.
Call it on Ingles, his third. Sure. Inbounds, deep left corner. Bacon for 3. Got it from the deep left corner. Bulldogs pulling away here. 69-40 here in the fourth. Miller takes it the length of the court, drives in, knocked away by Meyer. Another turnover by Edco in this ball game tonight. And we'll get you a total on the turnovers here in just a couple of seconds.
Yeah, they're at 17 right now.
And Lightfoot against the zone, drives in and has the ball, lost it on the way up, then it goes out of bounds off of either number 20 who just came into the game, Real Carlson, a 6'1 junior into the ball game. Hoffman comes back into the game for Edco, and Ingalls will check out. MFL MarMac has North Fayette Valley tomorrow night. We'll have the doubleheader for you. Chalk Talk begins at 5:45. Girls game time at 6:15 with the boys game to follow here on KCTN FM 100. Live video streamed on KCTN.com. Right side, Miller. Miller at the right elbow, and he'll work it back left side. Knipper tried to go underneath, deflected by Meyer. Helmerich picks up the loose basketball, feeds it over to Hoffman. His shot no good, and trying to climb the ladder was Bacon. He's called for the foul, and that will put Hoffman to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, he'll get an opportunity to get a couple of free throws here. He's had a couple of chances at the free throw line, not able to connect so far, so he's looking to get in the scoring column here in our fourth quarter. We're just over 3 minutes to play.
And free throw on its way there. It is no good. Missed it, man, to the right. He'll get another opportunity. Again, you go a little further to your bench right now if you're MFL MarMac. Lightfoot will call it a night. Did end up with 30 points, just like the game against Southwind. Number 21 into the ballgame, Ashton Phillips, a 5'10 sophomore. Hoffman banks it in. Take it any way you can get it. Banks it in from the free throw line.
Banks open late on Monday night here in Edgewood.
So, again, we'll have game stats after this game as throwing it away was MFL MarMac. Bacon brought it in the offensive end, then tried one of those passes from one side of the court to the other, and it sailed out of bounds, and it goes back to the Vikings.
Oh, those one-handed passes into your own bench. Never a good chance there.
So also into the game for the Bulldogs is Meyer back into the game. Down low, Hoffman on the block. Nice little bump fake there, but he misses the shot. Helmerich tips out the rebound to himself. And back out on top now to Batten. Batten, Euro step move, tried to bank it, facing the basket. Shot no good. Is that foul on Kenneth Corlett?
I think so.
And that will be his third foul in limited action tonight. So back to the free throw line we go. Fourth foul by MFL MarMac. Let's not get into the bonus here.
Well, if we get into the bonus, Edco's going to have to knock down some free throws. Struggling from the free throw line.
And free throw, it is good. That foul is on Corlett, his third. As Edco goes a little deeper into their bench, Connor Ball's back in there. He's played in this ball game, but also coming in as well for them. It will be, I believe,
32.
number 32, and that, again, is going to be Dace Arthur, 5'10 sophomore. Second free throw, good by Batten. He'll check out of the ball game. Number 40, Balls, coming back in. Number 32 has checked into the game. And we mentioned Dace Arthur for the Vikings. And who else into the ball game? I believe we have number 30 stays in the ball game.
Yep, he stayed in.
All right, so that is Knipper. Stayed in the game. Bacon kind of takes over the point guard duties now. Goes left side to number 21 there in Ashton Phillips. Phillips stops the dribble, goes back out on top to Bacon. Bacon will pull it back towards center court line and then stepped out of bounds. Stepped actually over the center court line. And that will be a turnover over and back. Bacon will check out. Into the game is number 2, Easton Lang, a 6'2 freshman, his first appearance. Another boys score. Postville leads Tripola now at the end of 3, 50-47, as they go for their first win tonight. Back across the timeline, Knipper. Only thing left to decide here, final score of the game. And right side to Knipper. Back left side, Arthur, just inside the three-point line, banks it in.
A 2.
Hit the two-pointer there, 19 feet away, 69-44, and Arthur into the scoring column for the Vikings. Back out on top, right side with the basketball is Carlson. Carlson works it back left wing area now. They go high post to, again, Corlett. That's Kenneth Corlett. Right side, the 3 banked in by Easton Lang. Bank staying open late on this Friday night on both ends of the court.
Yeah, just shot that with confidence. Used the glass nice and clean.
Left side, Balls back out on top. Right wing area to Knipper. First varsity points, I believe, by the way, for the youngster for MFL MarMac for Easton Lang. Meanwhile, Connor Balls hit a jump shot off the left side.
Yeah,
72-46.
You bet.
Inside 90 seconds left here in the fourth. Kenneth Corlett, right side 3 being offered there by Carlson. Missed it long. Rebound tipped out of there, goes into the hands of Arthur. So across the timeline was actually the 3 taken by Phillips, by the way. So he missed that shot. And baseline area now, Hoffman. Hoffman in middle of the lane, pulls up, 10-foot shot, leaves it off the back of the rim. Kenneth Corlett gets the rebound for the Bulldogs. I don't think we expected subs to finish this game off.
I don't think so. We expected a little closer ball game, but MFL MarMac used that second quarter to really pull away.
Phillips to Kenneth Corlett, left side, and again they work it there with Lightfoot, who just checked into the ball game. Kel Lightfoot as well in there. In the lane to Corlett, right side, Phillips right wing for three, got it! Phillips into the scoring column. Bulldogs equal their biggest lead of the night, 75-46. And I believe Edco's going to take a substitution timeout here. And they will bring in, go a little deeper to their bench with 40 seconds to go. Helmrichs, Knipper, and Hoffman all check out. Into the game is Nick Eulenkamp, a 6-foot sophomore, or senior, I should say. Number 54, Brady Tyne, a 5'10 junior in the ball game. And also in there is I mentioned Brady Tyne, and who else checked into the game?
Eulenkamp, Tyne, and Keegan Stelkin, number 52.
So Stelkin is our third substitution to be brought in. Everybody playing tonight on the Edco bench. In the lane, down low, they get it down on the left block to Stelkin. His shot no good. Fouled. Going to go to the free throw line for two with 33 seconds to go in our fourth quarter.
Are they going to say he was shooting on that, or is he on the ground?
Well, either way, it's the fifth foul at MFL MarMac.
He's shooting, so there you go.
So, we get into the bonus, but only 33 seconds to go in our fourth quarter. After the ball game, coaching interviews, and we'll also have the game stats for you. As the free throw on its way by Stelkin, it is short. He'll get another opportunity. So a 5:30 early start tonight, and I kind of like these.
Yeah, we were hoping to be a little bit earlier, but not too bad tonight.
Second free throw on its way. It is off the front of the rim, no good. Unable to get those free throws to go, and the rebound pulled down there by Cale Lightfoot. Back over to Lang. Back left side to Lightfoot. Lang has it. Right side to Phillips. Bulldogs can hold for one if they choose, but I think they're more worried about getting a sub in the scoring column. Phillips has already scored. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lang back over to Phillips. Phillips left side to Lightfoot. Again, that's Cale Lightfoot. Kicks it in the corner. Deep three, left side, offered there by number 20 in Carlson. Hits the three-pointer, got it from the far corner, and that's going to end it as MFL MarMac impressive tonight. Bulldogs a season-high 78 points. Dominant second quarter put them in control. And MFL MarMac picks up their first win of the season, defeating Edco 78-45, the final score. With the win, the Bulldogs 1-2. Vikings drop to 2-1. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews. Your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
NEAT is connecting more and more homes and businesses to reliable, fast broadband internet in Northeast Iowa. NEAT's fiber optic network has expanded and is now offering speeds up to 1 gig in and around Monona, Luena, St. Olaf, Farmersburg, Postville, and surrounding rural areas. NEAT Fiber provides high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light. For more information on how to upgrade your speed and services, visit NEITEL.com or call today 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
Bulldog Viking Basketball is brought to you in part by Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena. Member FDIC. Clayton County Recycling in Monona. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont. Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg.
78-46, MFL MarMac victorious in our boys game tonight. Again, it was 19-15 at the end of one, but the Bulldogs grabbed control with a 25-8 second quarter to go up by 21 and never really challenged the rest of the way. They had a 23-point lead at the end of the third quarter, and they end up winning by a final score of 78-46 as the Bulldogs pick up their first win of the season. Edco drops to 2-1 on the season. And again, it was just a good night for MFL MarMac offensively and in transition with their defense.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to go through totals, Dan?
We'll talk with Coach Detbarn first. Coach Detbarn's got his backpack on, coat on.
He's ready to roll. They want to get home. It's a Monday night.
Yeah, they realize they got a game tomorrow night. A couple of games, as a matter of fact, tomorrow night. So again, our final score, 78-46. Bulldogs win this ball game. We start our post-game interview now. We're joined by MFL MarMac basketball coach Eric Detbarn. Coach, first off, we'll talk about the offense in just a bit, but I think you're really pleased with what you guys did defensively in this ball game tonight.
I thought we were definitely better defensively than we have been the first couple games. I'm still concerned with our defensive rebounding, but that's something that we'll keep working at.
All right, offensively, Carter Lightfoot continues to emerge for you with 30 points tonight.
Yeah, he had that. I think he had 30 points the other night against Southwind too, and he's just a hard guard with his quickness. He's able to get to the basket, and then he can shoot the three from the perimeter. So.
The big thing is how you guys handled their pressure. I think you're really pleased with that.
Yeah, I thought we did a much better job of handling their pressure. I thought we did a nice job moving the basketball. We got some easy buckets.
All right, Tristan Bacon, speaking of guys taking a step forward, had those three-pointers in the first quarter, led you with 16.
And that was huge. It really was. He has the ability to do that, stretch the defense, and hopefully if he can continue to hit shots and Carter can hit shots, that'll open up the middle for Wes a little bit more.
And Wes had 8 points in this ball game, many coming in transition.
Yep, many were coming in transition. There's a couple I thought he should have had on the inside that they didn't get, but we'll work on that.
All right, the big thing is, too, as well, you had 3 other guys score, but they all had, I think, what you would say good floor games.
Yes.
Eli Hansen and Carson Pesky.
I don't know how many turnovers we had tonight, but I thought it was better.
15.
Yeah, that's still too many turnovers. But with the way they want you to play, you're going to turn the ball over a little bit, but we got to get that corrected. We got to handle the ball a little bit better. Way too many turnovers, and we got to rebound the basketball a little bit, I think.
All right, Ashton Phillips, Riel Carlson, and Easton Lang all into the scoring column.
It was nice to get those guys in, get their feet wet, and it was really nice to see them hit some shots.
Yeah,
so
each of them hitting a three-pointer.
I was real happy for those guys.
All right, obviously quick turnaround tomorrow night, so we'll let you go here in a bit. But North Fayette Valley in a conference game tomorrow night.
Yeah, big conference game against North Fayette Valley. We're 0-2 in the conference, and we've got we got to win some games here. So. It was good for us to get a good taste in our mouth tonight, but we got to get to work. We got to get back to work tomorrow because North Fayette presents some other problems that these guys don't present. I mean, they have a little bit more size and a little bit better shooting. So,
all right.
So we're going to have to be prepared for that tomorrow night.
All right, we'll talk to you before that ball game tomorrow.
Yes.
Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
MFL MarMac basketball coach Eric Detbarn and his Bulldog team victorious 78-46. Quick break, back with game stats. Hoping to talk with Justin Olin, Edco coach, right after this.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner, supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
This is Dr. Jessica Wilkie, along with Dr. Foey, Dr. Bruner, and our staff here at Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. We are honored to sponsor winter sports and activities for the area schools. We're here to help keep those smiles healthy by providing all areas of general dentistry for children and adults, including same-day crowns, Invisalign, dentures, and implants. We thank our patients for their loyalty for the last 40 years and welcome new patients to join our dental family. Call us at 563-539-4651.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmers.realfood.realmeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Welcome back once again to Edgewood. MFL MarMac victorious 78-46. We turn things over to Aaron Hammond. Let's go through the individual totals, starting with the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs were led tonight by Carter Lightfoot. He gets to the 30-point mark again tonight. Tristan Bacon right there with 16 points. We got 8 points out of Wesley Corlett. Landon Meyer with 6 points. Eli Hansen with 4 points. Karsten Pester with 4 points. 3 points for Ashton Phillips. 3 points for Ryle Carlson. 3 points for Easton Lang and 1 point for Cale Lightfoot. 78 points tonight for the Bulldogs. They shot 49% tonight overall, 11 of 26 behind the three-point line, 17 of 31 inside for 55%, 11 of 18, 61% from the free throw line. So good shooting by the Bulldogs tonight. Still had those 15 turnovers, but I thought they handled the press tonight by Edco very, very well.
And again, you heard Coach Detbarn talk about that. Some of that comes with the style we play, getting up and down the court. Let's go to the totals now for Edgewood Colesburg.
For Edco, they were led by Jack Steger. He had 13 points. Jaden Miller and Carter Batten both with 10 points tonight. Rest of the crew, McCoy Olin with 3, Carter Knipper with 3, Connor Balls with 2, Cale Helmerks with 2, Dace Arthur with 2, and William Hoffman with 1. So 46 points for the Vikings. They shot 27% tonight, 3 of 10 behind the arc, 30%, 13 of 50 otherwise. A lot of shots, just not a lot of makes, and 11 of 23 from the free throw line, so got to the line, only made 48%, turned it over 17 times.
Well, and the big thing for Edgewood Colesburg is the offensive side is where you knew they were going to have to continue to get better as the season went on. They've struggled early in the season, even though they put up big numbers against North Cedar the other night. They did that more on transition, getting the ball up and down the court. But I think the one thing that Coach Olin will tell you about is defensively we got to be a little better.
Well, yeah, it wasn't there tonight. You know, you look at their 2 wins against North Cedar and East Buchanan, they kind of hung their hat on the defense, and tonight it wasn't there. It was a little slow, a little sluggish, some holes in it, and then offensively just not able to get the basketball to go through the hoop.
Yeah, this is a team, again, that's, even though they want to be quick, get up and down the court there, but defensively they're going to have to hold teams down there to have a shot at winning some ball games this year.
Well, I think lessen the possessions, take some time off the clock, value those possessions. They got a couple of second chance opportunities, but boy, they just got to take the air out of the ball a little bit when they run that half-court set and then let their defense work.
All right, now, again, this is a tough stretch of games for MFL MarMac. We'll see them tomorrow night against North Fayette Valley. Then they're home with New Hampton Friday night. Then take on Janesville at Upper Iowa University on Saturday. So they have, again, 3 more games to go this week as we start there.
Yeah, just a busy week, number one, but the volume of games, they just got to got to rest those legs and try to come bouncing back the next night and a couple days off another game. So, yeah, it's going to be a long week for both of these clubs.
Meanwhile, Edgewood Colesburg, quick turnaround tomorrow night. They take on Maquoketa Valley, then at North Lynn. And I know that's not your same North Lynn team you've had through the years, but still be a couple of tough games for them.
It's a fundamental North Lynn team, so it's not like they're going to be a pushover, but I don't think they're the juggernaut like they've been in years past.
All right, so again, our final score, 78-46. Our post-game show continues. We're joined now by Edgewood Colesburg basketball coach Justin Olin. And, Coach, let's start on the defensive side. I think you're kind of surprised defensively tonight, giving up 78 points.
A little bit. I mean, MFL is a team that really rides if they make perimeter shots, they're hard to beat on a given night. And we just talked about that in the locker room here of how, we definitely could have rotated a little bit better, a little bit quicker. Our timing wasn't quite where it was. And credit to MFL, they're quick, they're athletic, and they move the ball well. So it was good for us to kind of get to see that, so we understand that, all right, we're going to have to really buckle down, especially if we want to press a little bit, and then if we get tired, we get a step slow, we can't press, and stuff. So it was a good lesson on that end, but yeah, we can't be happy with that. That's too much for us. And then, offensively, we didn't do as good a job as we would have liked either. Too many turnovers, and just our spacing wasn't as good as it should have been, but, we're still learning a lot on that end.
I think that's the big thing offensively, how far this team has to go here. But I think you didn't mind the shots you guys were getting, just not a great shooting night.
No, and the MFL's length and athleticism, dictated a lot of those shots, and we, it's hard not to kind of see them out of the corner of your eye and lose that little bit of focus, and that'll come as we get more comfortable with who we are. As the year goes, we'll focus in, we'll put it on the spots that we need to a little bit better, but. The quality of the shots, we got a lot of great looks. They just didn't go. And the one that I thought killed us was how many times the ball hit our hands. We should have had it, and it came off, and somehow MFL came with it, and it seemed like they hit a big shot off of that. Those 50-50s, we could have got it, didn't, and that's a double whammy, and we gave up 2 meals in that second quarter, and that space that game out.
The good news is balanced scoring for you. Jack Steger had 13, Jaden Miller and Carter Batten with 10 each. Certainly something to continue to build on.
Yeah, these guys have been playing consistent. That's about where they've been here. We got to do a little better job involving our interior game, at least those touches to suck the defense in, to maybe, so we can get that defense having to over-rotate and get some little bit better looks on those swinging the ball better. Just things that we'll clean up, which we don't get to tomorrow because we go right into another one.
Yeah, speaking of that, Maquoketa Valley, another challenge tomorrow night.
Yeah, and looking forward to it. It's going to be a great night, kind of a night for Rachel Eagle, Cedar. Yeah. The community's going to come together, and they always do such a fabulous job with that. MV is great and coming up and participating in that, and it's just going to be a good evening. And I think the basketball will follow because, it's a rivalry. It's going to be guys are going to be getting after it, and like I said, I liked the game tonight. I thought there was a lot to take away, a lot to learn from it for us, and that's going to help us kind of go into tomorrow night against a tough MV team.
Yeah, keep on moving forward. We'll talk to you before the Starmont game there right before the break. Good luck to you guys.
Sounds good. Appreciate you guys coming.
You betcha. Edco basketball coach Justin Olin talking things over about its Viking team. They drop a 78-46 decision. We're joined again by Coach Aaron Hammond. The MFL MarMac girls impressive tonight. MFL MarMac boys also an impressive win.
Yeah, both teams, it was a difficult officiating night. It was physical. You had to adjust, but I thought both of the MFL teams, girls did a nice job adjusting to it. Their freshmen continued to impress me defensively. Kind of took Edco out of sorts, tried to bottle up Brisky. She still got her points, but some of the supporting cast, they got to step up and hit some shots, and they're going to have a tough test tomorrow night. They're going to have a very disciplined, well-coached Maquoketa Valley ranked team come to town. They're going to have to bounce back and be ready to play.
And MFL MarMac, again, you look at their schedule, quick turnaround from them back in the conference for North Fayette Valley tomorrow night.
Yeah, another big ball game, another big school for them to face off against. So if you want to keep pace with all the big schools, got to get a win tomorrow night.
All right, so again, our Chalk Talk tomorrow night begins at 5:45. Girls game time at 6:15 with the boys game to follow here on KCTN FM 100, live video stream on KCTN.com. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Yep, we'll be there.
All right, thanks once again to Caitlin Mussman for running our studio show tonight. Also, thanks to Amanda Neary for running our camera. For Coach Aaron Hammond, I'm Dan Behrens. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com and click on the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
At Freedom Bank, we're proud to cheer on the hometown athletes who give it their all. You'll see us in the stands, on the sidelines, and throughout our communities, supporting the players, coaches, and families who make Northeast Iowa a great place to call home. Whether it's on the field or in your financial life, we're here to help you reach your goals. Visit us in Elkader, Monona, Postville, or Waukon and experience the difference of a 100% employee-owned community bank. Freedom Bank. We empower success.